It should be working. There we go. Um, sorry, just trying to get all this shit. The software was blocking the live event again, like it did last time with the Disney shit. So there was nothing I could do about that. So I just ended it because otherwise, all you were going to see was a black screen. Some people were able to show it, other people it blocked out. So I don't know. I always have bad luck with those fucking things. So let me send some invites out and see if anybody wants to come in. I don't know what everybody's doing at the moment. Let's see here. Facebook here. Yeah, I have like the worst luck when it comes to doing live events. Something always seems to fuck up my internet. The power went out earlier and knocked me out of the game. Yeah, it is what it is. Why is all my shit logged out? Well, they already have an Eminem character, so not sure with the new one. I didn't even look to see what new characters are in the game, to be honest with you. Copy this. I'm just going to put it in the chat too. Let's put that in there. Or maybe we can get Matt to come in while he's on his vacation. Let's try. Send him a link anyway. I'll send out some invites. We'll see if anybody comes in. Because I only got you watching at the moment. So I don't know. Last week it was like I had like 15, 17 people pop in. Getting down to the wire on this freaking election too. Got told I got to either go between runs on Tuesday or I'm gonna have to go after work. Just hoping the damn lines aren't backed up like crazy. Oh, I know that, Dusty, but like a whole bunch of people popped in last week, so I don't know. There might be people. Everybody might be on the game playing. I don't know who's all playing because I don't even think Jason's live right now. Yeah, he must have not. They must not be allowed anybody to play the game because he didn't end up going live again. So yeah, because I told him I said from what I heard, they were going to shut the game down after the live event. But I told him I said, well, just sit around and wait and see if it does or not. So he must have tried again and it didn't let him in because I'm sure he would have ended up going live then. We'll give another 5 minutes. We got 4 people watching now. Anybody wants to pop in, the link's in the chat there. If I didn't send it to you in Messenger, you're more than welcome to click it and come in. I had to use StreamYard because for some reason I logged into my Zoom. I can't find a live button any fucking where to go live. I logged into Sean's Zoom, same thing. And they just did an update. So I'm not sure where the fuck you go to go live at anymore. It's not there in the little menu anymore. I went through every single damn menu on Zoom. I could not find anywhere to go live. So I just jumped on StreamYard because they're still allowing you to do the 20 free hours a month. So figure why not. All right, so I don't think you're much beyond. That's what I said. Like last week, I actually had more people watching than he did at most of the show. I think I had like 14 or 15 at one time. And he had like 11. But like I said, I'm not a drone show anyway, so I ain't even trying to compete with anybody over there. What's up, Dre?
What's going on around here?
Not much. It's kind of a slow night.
All of your streaming stuff is shutting down on you guys?
No, the game's down because they're doing a huge update tomorrow, so they're doing a bunch of maintenance on the servers and stuff for the update.
Oh.
So nobody's playing. But I went live last week and everybody jumped in and there was a bunch of people here, but now it's like nobody's here tonight, so I don't know where everybody's at.
Oh, maybe they're over in the art show.
I don't know.
I doubt that. There's too much tomfoolery over there. They don't talk about nothing.
So have
Not
you
even.
heard anything else about that whole port thing? Nothing new about it?
No, like I said, I haven't been digging deep into it. I mean, I don't go into DJI's websites and dig up stuff like a few other people try to do. It's just like I said. I think I said in the comment this morning. I said the court case is only going to prolong this because they're going to tell everybody to hold position until they have an outcome of the court case.
What's up, Tim, Jason?
So that
Oh,
means
so it's not down. Okay.
yeah. So that just means that nothing is going to go forward until the court case gets settled. Hey, what's up?
Jason, how come you're not live? I thought you were going to go live if the game was still up.
Oh, Tim's in here and he's not on here.
Yeah, apparently the game is up. He's playing it.
Oh,
So I don't know. Because everybody told me they were going to let me know, Laura and them were going to let me know if the game was still up, but I don't think anybody messaged me. Let me check my phone. No, nobody messaged me to let me know, so I guess I figured Jason would have went live though, because I figured that's why he wasn't live.
no, he said he won that game, whatever that means.
Oh, he's talking about after the live event they had.
Oh,
Because what they did was they actually had a live concert in Times Square with Snoop Dogg and some other singers, and then they were actually streaming it through the game.
this was Fortnite.
Yeah.
Wow,
What's up, Corey?
they just getting very elaborate with this stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But every time I try to stream when they do that, my streaming software blocks it. So I've tried Streamlabs. I tried Zoom last time, and I
Uh-huh.
tried OBS, and
Mhm.
and I tried what's the other one? The one that Jason uses. Fuck, I'm having a mind blank. But I tried all 4 of them, and they were all blocking it.
No, I think
Prism, yeah, Prism.
Prism. No, I was just thinking 'cause I know Bill up in Washington, coast to coast, he was having issues with his stuff, and I think he had to switch over to Emux just to go live the other night. I noticed several people been having issues with these regular Restream, StreamYard, and whatever else everybody's used over the years. There's just some issues going on. I don't know if everybody's updating their servers or something.
Well, that's the thing, Corey, is like last time I had what do you want to call it? Streamlabs. Me and Laura were both trying to stream it. It blocked me, and then it let her go through most of the live event, and then it ended up blocking her at the end. And I tried all of them. I tried OBS. I had all of them downloaded, and none of them worked last time. This time I only tried Streamlabs. I just gave up. I was like, I'm not dicking around with this.
Did you guys all have the free account or a paid account?
Well, Prism doesn't have a paid account. Neither does OBS. Streamlabs does, but that's only to multi-stream. That doesn't. You can still stream in 1080 as much as you want for free. And then Zoom, obviously, you have to pay for that. Otherwise, you can only do 40 minutes. But all of them were recognizing it as copyright, and all your stuff would be on the screen, your overlays and everything. But then the whole screen would just go black. It's kind of like if you try to record. Say you pull up Netflix on your computer. If you try to use Streamlabs to record the movie, it will just put an all black screen, and all you'll get is audio.
Well, like I think you might have hit it. If it viewed it as copyrighted material, that might be why you guys were getting blocked, because all that would be copyrighted material.
But the thing is Prism, Streamlabs, those all use OBS as their baseline like operating system. Which is kind of funny. So, but then Corey said OBS worked for him. So I don't know. Oh, he was using a capture card. That's why.
Okay.
I got a capture card somewhere in my shit. I got to dig it out. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah. That's why I don't know. I like the way I went. I know it's expensive, but with this YOLO box, it's a whole separate streamer by itself. It's not tied to my computer. I can have my computer off and still go live with my YOLO box and don't even have to have a computer screen or the computer on at all.
What's up, Dewey? Maybe the block is somewhere in the game so you can't record the stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, Corey. I'm almost positive. Because like I said, it's almost like if you pull up Netflix or you pull up Paramount, any type of streaming app that you have to pay for, if you try to record it with, like, say, NVIDIA software, if you try to record it with Streamlabs, anything, it all recognizes that it's a copyrighted movie or material, and it will just do a black screen. It won't let you record anything. Same with when you try to screen record something on your phone, like on Netflix or something, it won't screen record it. It'll just send you can record for 5 minutes and you're just going to go back to your videos, and it's just going to be a 5-minute just blackness of nothing. Just nothingness. There won't be anything.
Yeah.
I just think it's stupid, Corey. Like, because it's a video game. They want people to kind of promote it out there. You think they wouldn't be putting that on the game because they know people are going to want to live stream it.
Well, what the bottom line is, no matter what you do, if you want to live stream, they want to make sure you're paying. Somebody's got to get paid. That's
right, and I would be fine with them taking it through YouTube and copywriting it and taking the money. I wouldn't care, like, because I just wanted it for my channel,
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. They just like you said, even if as long as you live stream it somebody may have copyright issues about being live streamed. Period. Just like if you use
Heck,
somebody's music, you can get a strike or whatever, and or it gets banned in certain countries.
usually when I get to get banned in certain countries, though, it's like Afghanistan.
Yeah, right.
Like it'll be like these like
Yeah,
3 or 4 real shit countries I don't really
right.
care about.
It's usually companies on a certain list. It's always Eastern Bloc countries that your stuff gets banned, and that's probably because YouTube and itself and some other things are already banned in those countries. Because I
I
guess it's like
have.
just like in China, they don't get to see none of our stuff.
Not
You know,
unless they VPN. That's the only way they're
right.
able to.
That's the only way. But it's like North Korea, they don't get to see nothing but what the North Korean government tells them they see.
Oh yeah, in North Korea they catch you sneaking out content.
Hmm.
That's a death sentence right there.
Right. So I don't. I just know most of the time with a lot of these programs, it's like what was somebody was saying the other day about how they give you so much access up front, but then eventually they want you to subscribe and pay money because now they got you hooked and got you used to being able to do certain things, and then they start slowly taking it away. They said, "Oh, if you still want to be able to do this, you got to sign up for that $15 a month fee or $25 a month fee," and then you're like, I still want to do this. I still want to have all these people on my live stream, so I guess I'll cough up the money.
Yeah, exactly. And I know I got a capture card active somewhere in my shit. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to look for it tomorrow. I think it's in my big box of stuff.
That's a
That
good
was weird.
question that Dusty asked. He asked Corey about is his live stream copyrighted. Now I was wondering when you become monetized, since you've been monetized before, Justin. Can people? I mean, I know on YouTube you can click that little button or slide it over to alert you if someone is using your stuff. Because I actually,
It does, but like you can get a copyright claim. That's probably all Corey would get on it.
Mhm.
Same as me, but I could also potentially you could get monetization sharing. Some
Oh.
random ass songs and stuff you get monetization sharing where the record label agreed with YouTube, hey, we won't
Hmm.
take all the earnings, we'll split it 3 ways.
Right. No, because
So you
I was
don't lose
just
all of it.
I was watching a stereo review channel, and I saw maybe 2 to 3 seconds of a clip of one of my old videos from my old stereo channel from like 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, let me look in my studio real quick. There's actually a specific section. But my studio is different from a non-monetized studio. They change it around when you get monetized. It
oh, is that
looks
right?
different.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm still stuck at what is it 2,800 and some change hours. It's like I've been stuck there for the last 3 months. And I'm like, I know I've gotten, 200 hours of watch time since then because every month I'm looking at my watch hours and it's consistently at a certain level, but it doesn't show it growing on the earning area.
oh yeah, right here. Here, let me show you. Which I think this is fucking hilarious. I don't know why YouTube does this, but right here is the section,
Hmm.
and some reason they think that a video of Dan's is mine, and then all these people that have done Anchorman clips, YouTube sends me the things saying somebody's using your videos.
Oh,
Would you like it? But I don't ever request to take them down because it's not my. Apparently, I own the rights to Anchorman. I didn't know that.
mm,
They send them to me all the fucking time. These Anchorman clips saying somebody's using 100% of their video is being used of yours. And then it says my name as my content right here. But none of that belongs to me. Even Dan's video of him flying around a cell tower,
hmm.
they think it's my video.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not mine.
I was going to respond to Dusty. I said, Dusty, I have taken a lot of times if I do shoot stuff with my phone. I'll do the little short reel or whatever on Facebook, and then I'll copy it and repost it again through what's the little cheap thing I got on my phone?
And
Cut
Jason.
something. Let me see that software. It's called UCut on my phone, and then post on YouTube, and then that's where there's a couple of old shorts I did that YouTube has changed the sound on it, even though I got it from Facebook. And then I uploaded it again on YouTube. And like I said, usually you get the little, notifications not banned in certain countries and stuff like that. But then I noticed that YouTube has changed the sound, the music.
Well, and then
Not,
there's two
not in
different
television.
things that. Well, people get things confused too. Like people get really scared when they get a copyright claim, and I'm like, that's not a copyright claim is different from a copyright strike.
Right.
And 99% of the time, you get strikes because you will appeal the copyright claim, you'll lose the appeal, and then they'll give you a strike on your channel. And you can only get 3 strikes within a certain time period. Otherwise, your channel gets banned permanently.
Right.
But that's the thing is like people just they get oh I got a copyright claim, I gotta go in there and fix it. No, you don't. Just leave it.
Yeah.
If YouTube has an issue later on, they'll tell you, and you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Right, but I think I didn't even get notified that they were going to change the music. It's just I happened to go back. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the music I used.
And to be honest, I've never had that happen, so I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, I've had it happen for about 2 or 3
Ever.
different, and it's usually the shorts. On all my long videos, I always use copyright free stuff. As far as the music and all that kind of stuff. When I first started making, videos, I use all the YouTube music or whatever they had. And then now I get the Epidemic Sound. And I even upgraded that to I guess it's the pro level. I can use it on multiple platforms, because on the free level or basic one, you can only use it on one platform, and that was my YouTube channel. But now I don't get any copyright kickback from Facebook or Twitter or anybody that I use music from Epidemic Sound.
See, I don't even worry about music anymore. Like I said, if YouTube has an initial issue with it, like say you try to put AC/DC on a video, they're going to flag that shit before it even finishes uploading. They'll catch it and be like, nope, banned in all territories.
Yeah.
And that's it. You can't use it. Don't matter where you're at.
Yeah. Hey,
but
Nunya.
if you're, what's up, Nunya? But if they don't have an issue with it to begin with, then they don't care. Like I have a song that I actually own a permanent license to that I got through the YouTube Creator Studio for monetized channels. And I bought it for like $2, and it was a lifetime license. Every time I use that song, they'll send me a notice immediately. You got flagged for having copyrighted material from the YouTube Creator Studio. And then 2 seconds later, I'll get an email. Oops, sorry, we fixed it.
Yeah, I'm very steady. You getting the strike from your own music. Yeah, that's pretty.
But
crazy.
there's actually, once you get monetized, there's actually a whole other YouTube Studio for music that you can go to. It's built into the YouTube Studio, and you can actually go through it, and they actually have different prices. So there's free ones, and then there's other ones you can buy lifetime licenses for that music.
Yeah, I was telling my one son, he dabbles in doing beats and stuff for local rappers, and I said, won't you start selling your stuff on these platforms? I ain't gonna make you rich, but it might put a few dollars in your pocket each month.
There's plenty of music places to put it on too.
Yeah, I'm talking about this straight to YouTube itself, because especially a lot of beginning people, the first place they go to get music is on YouTube.
Yeah, true. Oh shit!
Oh my God! It's Matt the Jabba the Hutt.
Geez, I've missed these live shows.
That's the abuse, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, mate. Heaps, man. Heaps.
Heaps, huh?
Yeah, got lots happening, man.
I have to admit, miss you. Really do. Miss you, dude.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah. Got I'm
Oh,
doing
Trey,
so
remind me
much
to
at the
send you that
moment.
$20 on PayPal for saying that, by the way. And he broke up.
Yeah.
Only
Now,
20. It's gone down,
yeah.
mate. Yeah. No, it's been good, mate. I've got into a lot of color grading for this movie bloke, and doing all his video clips and all sorts of shit for his promos and crap, and
Good,
lots of
good
late
deal.
nights and Zoom calls with him, getting the colors and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's made me learn a bit more about Da Vinci too, which is really good. But that's
Oh,
taken up a lot of my time.
so you actually learning how to do some real color grading instead of that other stuff you call.
Yeah, Movie Maker. I said, just do it on Movie Maker, mate.
Movie Maker will just do it for you. No
Yeah.
loss.
1080p is fine in the cinemas, mate.
Yeah. It was 30 years ago.
You know, that was top of the line, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Donald was saying that, like, I think normal TV was what, 720 at
Normal
25
TV,
frames or something like that?
it was worse than that. I remember when TV was just barely above 500 lines, something like that. 525. You know.
Well,
Yeah. Think back when we first started watching
What's up, Sean?
Laserdisc and VHS and Betamax. Dude, that stuff nowadays we would even sit down and watch 5 minutes of that crap now.
no. And even a DVD these days just doesn't cut it, you know.
Well,
And Blu-ray and stuff.
I say the sad thing now with a DVD, I put a DVD in my Blu-ray player, and it's just like the Blu-ray player just, I don't know what it is. They're not backwards compatible as you think they should be. You know, it should
What?
bring out the best in a DVD, but it doesn't. It looks crappier.
Are you in your mom's house?
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I can tell. She's on that dial-up shit.
Oh, is he back living with his mom, living in the basement or something?
He's up on the dial-up internet she still has from the 90s.
Oh, man.
I'm just wondering why the internet just cut out. That was weird.
Like I said, you're on that dial-up internet from the 90s. It's your mom's house.
We got a fact when she hooks into the internet. We got a fax noise. I want someone sending a fax. I don't know where that fax is though.
Yeah.
Trey said you moved back to your mom's house in the basement. You could tell that was your mom's house too by the curtains and all the old pictures on the wall.
Yeah, he saw the pictures back there. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, Matt don't really.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's definitely an older woman's house right there.
Yeah.
But if your mom asks, tell her I said she was young.
Yeah. Well, it's good you go by and see the moms. I went by and saw mine today. Saw my parents today, so I can't complain.
That's the that's the grand piano I learnt on. That one there.
Yeah.
Solid.
Oh, the old ones are. I got
mate.
I got my grandmother's piano in my house. It takes like 4 or 5 people to move it.
Later, Jason. Oh yeah, those things are fucking heavy.
Yeah. And hers is a stand-up one.
Why does this internet keep cutting out?
It's your service, dude.
It's your
I'm
mom's internet. I don't know. Ask her.
I'm gonna cut my Mum. Justin's having a go at you about your internet service, Justin.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
has she been dating Adrian?
Hang on a minute. Yeah. Justin, yeah, the troublemaker. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
The bad influence on her little boy. That's what she said.
Mhm.
On her little boy.
Yeah. My little boy wouldn't say that. No.
How's your trip going? What's up, Tim?
Yeah, all right, man. Pretty flat out. I got a wedding today. So I've got to Timbo. So I've got to I've got to have a shower and get ready and go to that bloody thing. So that'll go all night. And then tomorrow, I'm actually, and they don't know I'm coming though, but I'm catching up because it just so happens that the band I used to tour with for like 10 years, they've got a show up at a local bloody joint here. So I'm going to, I've even bought a ticket to this show. It's the first time I ever bought a ticket to a bloody band show for 160 years.
Wait a minute. The band you used to tour with, you
Yep.
had to buy a ticket to go see?
Well, they don't know I'm coming, right?
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I bought a ticket
Okay.
so I could get in. It's only $15.
That way you can stand at the front of the stage and act like a fucking deranged fucking groupie.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, dude. I mean, if I play with a group, I don't care what's going on. I'm getting in for free.
You there?
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah. Look, that's what I said. It's I don't pay for a lot of gigs, but but this one I thought, no, bugger it. I just stopped my subscription to Fortnite for a month so I could pay for it. And
Oh, God.
Fucking $15. That was a
Well, Matt, you just hit a sore spot because when I got on here, they're all boo-hooing because they couldn't live stream whatever event was going on with Fortnite.
oh,
They couldn't get on their free live stream programs.
well, that won't matter
Like
anyway
you
because
said,
no one
put out
watches
phone
them.
calls.
Let's be honest.
Amateurs.
Yeah, no one watches that shit.
Yeah. You can watch
What's that?
music for instead.
You just get out of bed, Tim.
Nah, I've been up since 3 a.m. As usual.
3.
Always get up at 3. Yep.
Yeah, Saturday morning, dude. Sleep in till like 3:30 or something.
Yeah, right. I wish.
So how you doing, Tim? Long time no see or hear from.
Yeah, long time, Dre. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah,
Good.
just had a
Good.
doc appointment, blood test yesterday. At our age, things that you do every year.
Yeah, I just walk up and down the steps, man, and my left knee act like it wanted to say, "I'm out."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Hang on there, this now."
My hips have been playing up. They hurt.
Both of Justin knees did that about 2 years ago. Still hasn't got out of that gaming chair.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Ain't that
I was really thinking Matt was going to run with your whole hips comment there, Tim, but he didn't do anything.
because he's about the same age as I am, so he can't really say anything about it.
Well,
You'll go
when you're in
through-
doggy style all the time, it will fuck your hips, Tim.
Hey, calm down,
Oh wow!
right?
There it is. There it is.
There it is, right there.
Damn,
That was a deep dig.
that was. Damn.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom now. Hold on, I'll be right back. Holy shit.
Well,
Oh, dear.
oh no! So I had these 2 kids on the bus today, right? And one of them was hitting the other kid with this like plastic slinky, right? They were hitting each other over the top of the seat. I walked up to him. I said, "Y'all 2 knock it off. Be quiet." I said, "Put that slinky away." And the kid looks at me and says, "What did I do?" I said, "Do I look like somebody you want to mess with?" He said, "No, sir." And they both looked forward and they were quiet the whole way to the damn school. Didn't say a fucking word.
Fuck's sake.
And then one of the other kids turns around, one of the high school kids, because we had high school, middle, and elementary all on one bus together. The high school kid turns around and goes, "Dude, we've never had a male attendant before. It's always old ladies."
Yeah, there's no more shit now.
Dude, there's just that kid's face, though. It was like the life drained out of him. He was like,
Look, I tell you what, too, because has anyone come up to you and said, aren't you on YouTube? And if you say yes, yeah, that's right. You know Matt, don't you? Yeah, that's right. That's what they'd say. No one said
"No,
that to you.
no."
No.
You know what, Matt? That would not be the comment you would want on a bus of little kids.
Well,
Don't go there. Don't even.
Yeah, I mean, especially said, you know Matt, right? Yeah, yeah, I know Matt. Yeah,
Matt Diddy.
yeah, yeah,
Matt
Yeah.
Diddy. Oh my God! You just say Matt Diddy.
yeah. I'm like, that's the comment you want to make.
What's up,
Hey,
TJ?
TJ.
So
Was bloody hell,
Somebody-
Matt? What the fuck, mate?
Okay. Somebody's had a few drinks already tonight.
Wow.
So you
Friday
remember
night.
the movie? You remember the movie Remember the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The football movie. Somebody put
Yeah.
Diddy's face on the movie cover and said, "Remember the tight ones."
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
That's hilarious.
Shocking, man.
That is.
I must say that's messed up.
That is
Damn.
hilarious.
Dude, he's been getting so much shit online, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Memes have been
Oh my God,
flowing.
that's hilarious.
Oh, he did it to himself, didn't he?
Dee-wee, how are ya? Yes, mate. Matt Bump. It's been a while since a Matt Bump come out, isn't it? Wow. Whew.
Let's see here.
That's why Dre's channel's gone down the shitter, because I haven't been pushing his channel lately. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, last time when you was doing your show, I was just about to break 1,000. Now I'm about to break 2,000, so I can't complain.
So, look,
Is that
I told you why, Dre. And it will take time to fester, but it will happen.
Uh-huh.
Just like Justin's channel. He had 80 odd, you know that. And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, he's got all those 10-year-olds that have subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, he's got a whole new fan base now.
He has.
I got Matt. I got a new car the other day. There you go.
Oh, here we go.
Victorious. Oh, wow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, nice.
Uh oh.
Uncle
Careful.
Mars! Uncle
Scooter.
Mars!
Wrong.
Careful, scooter boys here. Or one wheel boy. What does he call you? One wheel princess? Something like that. Current princess.
What's going on, Scooter Girl? Hey,
Just
everyone.
pussy. The word pussy would cover everything he does.
Mm.
I've had a lot of pussy lately. Yeah, fucking hope I have.
Oh, look at Dre's face.
You don't know what to say. You don't know what to say. He's-
I'm trying to be polite. I don't want to say anything.
Don't try and be polite, mate.
This looks like you're flabbergasted there.
Yeah, being polite to girls won't get you no pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
nice girls finish last.
Never mind. What's up, Joel?
That's why Mars hasn't got anywhere. Hey, Mars, what's happening Tuesday?
Nothing. Nothing. Where you going to be?
Well, I messaged you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, mate. Brett's going to get back to me about where and where, because it's going to be flat knackers in Melbourne on Tuesday. I didn't even know it was Cup Day. Yeah. So it's going to be flat shitter there, and there's going to be people all through the city and crowd. So I don't know, mate. I don't know where he's got planned or something. Is there anything decent out your way? Because you travel quite a way to get in, and we don't want to be running around like that shit.
Oh, fuck. Good question. Not really.
Right.
No, really?
Well, look, the Cup Day is going to be funny because, yeah, it'll be a bit hectic, but everyone's going to be at Moonee Valley. Oh, sorry, Flemington. So,
Yeah, but it's a public holiday too, you know?
well, that too. So, yeah, there's going to be people around. Yeah,
And it won't be a sunrise, obviously.
the city will be busy. So,
Yeah.
Yes, JDS said is Maddie.
it just depends on
Matt.
time, I suppose. You know, if we
Yeah.
sort of organise our asses fairly early, we should be right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll sort something out. Victorian Aerial's in on it.
Cool.
Dominic's going to be on it. He should have his REPL by then.
Oh, yeah, cool. That'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then all he's got to do is learn how to fly.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim,
That'll help.
Tim, can you translate all this gibberish I'm hearing?
REPL is like your the license that y'all get. In the
107.
107.
Okay, well, I want you to start at what the heck is Cup?
It's not 107.
Your cup is
REPL is you need an REPL in place for the job to go ahead. Has nothing to do
Right.
with one.
Melbourne Cup is a horse race. Greg.
Our
okay.
system is different to the American system.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
it's like the equivalent of a 107.
Yes.
No, it's not. Ours is more
It is.
higher than a 107.
Yeah, okay, it's higher than 107, but it's the equivalent
It's
of that,
insane.
all right?
It's
No,
insane.
our drone license is equivalent, not REPL.
Yeah, well, isn't that a drone license?
No. Hang on.
It-
No, he's got
it's
his
what
drone
you
license
need
already.
to shoot for a
Yeah.
contractor.
That's
To be-
that's
Well, what's his drone license then?
You see how organized they are over there, Dre?
no, yeah, that's repel.
It is-
That's drone license. I thought he had a repel already.
No.
No, what gets
that's
me,
just
Justin, and all
107.
this,
Yeah. I'm talking
Matt's
about
doing all this commercial work, and he ain't even know what a license is.
the
You're talking about REOC and all that sort of shit.
REOC. Sorry, not repel. Sorry, my bad.
Re-up.
Yeah, no.
REOC is
No.
like above 107 because it's for the job to go ahead. You have to have a REOC in place, otherwise the job doesn't go ahead.
Yeah, so he's doing the equivalent of 107, which is the REPL.
Yeah,
over here.
same as what I got. Drone license. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Australians know what the hell they're doing over there.
Now,
Well,
now,
like-
Justin, the easiest way to
But,
explain, now that I've heard all this, the easiest way to explain it is, it's just like you having a commercial license and you need
Correct.
endorsements.
Yes.
Yes,
You need a
correct.
tanker endorsement. You need a
Yeah,
air brake endorsement. You need
just-
you know,
it's a matter of
tanker
money, yeah.
endorsement. You need triple
Yeah.
endorsements.
Hey,
That'd be
hey,
easier.
Carlton supporters have made
It's
a lot
more
of
money for the government. More money for
Yeah.
the government.
Carlton.
customer of mine. Yeah, she's a Carlton supporter. So I thought, oh, what can I do for her? I really
Carlton.
They don't even make nice beer, let alone a good footy team. Shit.
No, well, I'm a Hawthorn supporter, so you know.
Yeah, but when he's running a business, he has to make everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's Carlton.
Damn it. Well, I'll put it this way: another $80, and I've paid for the Prusa Mark 3S Plus, all paid for. Thank you.
Mars, I can't even give you a tip of the cap. At least you're using your 3D printer to make something for profit.
Yeah,
Most of these jack wagons just go buy 3D printers and sit there and look at it in their house and say, "Damn, that looks pretty good."
yeah, no.
Making a bunch of dumb shit.
That's what.
Taking up
That's
space
what- that's
in
what
my,
I would
in my
do.
house and
I would
burn up
buy one and
electricity.
sit there.
I've got 9 sets of
I would
papers
just
ready
look
to
at.
go.
Damn, that looks good.
I've got these hex
John,
box
how you
things
doing?
for your desk and stuff, like they slide in together. Get the other one. That way. So, yeah, you can build them up on your desk, put them however you want. So I still got to do
Oh,
make
that's
the
cool.
sliders so they bind in. So I actually made this size, the original file size. It's just like
That's a lot of fucking film. How much you charging for those?
Yeah, very small.
They got
They-
sound like that.
So,
No, no,
Mars,
30
Do they-
Yeah.
did you
Sound
make
perfect.
them rainbow deliberately, or was it just something that was inside you that made them rainbow?
Oh,
No,
here we
I
go.
ran out of fucking films.
Ah, I knew that was coming as soon as he said that. I knew that was coming.
Yep.
That was a dildo he printed.
Oh man.
Did you say dildo? That is-
Spider Gwen.
Yeah.
She come up awesome, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she come up grouse.
That looks like Gwenpool from Fortnite.
Yeah, Spider Gwen. I didn't even know she existed. But the lady that I
Because
made
it
the
probably
Carlton
works.
thing for, I made 2 Spider-Mans for her grandsons, and she's got a granddaughter. So I thought I'll make something for the granddaughter and Spider Gwen. But her
Dusty.
her mum said that
Puppy.
she would allow the granddaughter to have something like that. So oh, well, I don't know.
Hey, JDS.
Mike and Dusty. Prick.
I knew them. One of them was going
Hey,
to say
Mouse,
that.
Mike.
Yeah, especially Mike. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike was up.
So yeah, I'm getting there with the 3D printing.
Oh, Corey, how are you, mate?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Corey.
What is that one?
Rainbow ashtrays. You fuckers. Corey had that. Hey, I was the first one to make ashtrays in the community. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and what have you done with them? Fuck all.
I sent them to Canada. I sent them to America. I sent them out all over.
Well, they must have made you a shitload then.
No, I give shit away. I don't.
Oh, so it cost you money, right? Okay.
I don't ask.
Well, most people. What? Most people we know don't fucking use them to make money. I mean, They just print a bunch of dumb shit. Like look at all this stuff Joe's printed. He's printed middle fingers and ducks that are holding up the middle finger. Just all kinds of dumb shit.
I got one.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, did you?
Nice.
Yeah, Joe sent me one. Yeah.
Joe did? Yeah, nice.
And this I took from our Melbourne EUC Riders font cover, picture cover off Facebook. And I made an EUC rider. Actually, I'll get the other one small. That one's too big. Oh, that my own design.
That's
So
cool too.
Yeah.
Jim's droning. Jim, how are you, mate?
Jim,
Rainbow Astros. That's right, Corey.
Hey,
I've
Jim.
got a ride tomorrow, 69k. I don't know if I'm going to go or not.
Well, you probably only get half of that.
Yeah, no, I was screwed, Matt. I went for a 9k ride. I struggled, almost didn't make it home, mate. 9 kilometers.
How? What happened, mate?
Because I haven't been walking, haven't been riding, and I had wrong settings. I fucked up the pedal settings, and it was just always tilting forward. So when I had to brake, I was fighting the wheel all the way for a whole 9
Right.
kilometers. And my
Yeah.
legs, I haven't walked in a long time. And, mate, yeah, I haven't ridden in almost a year.
Are you kidding?
No, I've been
Fuck.
going out with my ex-girlfriend for freaking 8 months, and now we're just friends with benefits. So, yeah.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
since last year, November, I basically stopped riding when I met Tani.
What?
I
Okay.
She moved in with me a week before Christmas. So,
I
yeah.
thought you were still riding because the pictures and shit on Facebook, were they old pictures that you were just uploading?
No, the only ones I threw up was the pads I
What's up,
made.
Jim?
Probably the last ride I went on, which was, like I said, I struggled when I got back. Like, I fucking believe it. Like, Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Okay.
So
yeah.
what happened,
Back
Matt?
in walking, I've dropped weight. I'm down to 75 kilos. So, yeah.
75.
So what?
Yeah, down to
What?
75. Mate, the gut looking good. Getting there.
So what happened, Matt? Is he was
Oh,
riding
there
his
you go.
one wheel. He ran across a bunch of
Getting there.
scooters and got intimidated.
No, I'll have a flat stomach by Christmas before we go.
Those scooter boys are tough, mate.
See,
They're
he
all,
keeps
they're all
missing
riding
everything
around him in a
'cause he keeps-
circle. And
He keeps taking
Mars
his
is in the
headphones
middle.
off.
Yeah, Mars is in the middle. They're all riding around him in a circle, giving him shit about his stupid wheel.
Yeah,
And
that's-
all pride.
When I grow up, I want to be like Uncle Mars, man. When I grow up, I want to be just.
When
like
you grow
Mars,
up,
be
though.
Nah, you don't. No, you don't. Well, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, no, back to the, next thing is I've got to give these up. Gave away the 420, not chuffing no more. I'm sick and fucking tired of that.
Dude,
No.
they're in all sorts of. They were talking about all this illegal shit down in Melbourne about these. I mean, New South Wales, they still haven't got any laws in place where you can actually ride them. They're still
Yeah.
illegal. Can you believe
Yeah.
that shit?
Melbourne passed the law that you can't ride them, right?
To a point, yeah, you can use them both on roads, and Queensland's a bit sucky when it comes to that, because you can be next to a road with a perfectly good bike lane, but you've got to be on the footpath. Ridiculous.
10K.
Um,
Stupid.
I would rather be on the sidewalk than in one of those bike lanes. Fuck that.
No.
Look,
No,
I'd like
no,
the option of both.
I'll tell you why footpaths are dangerous from sidewalks, because when you're riding and if you're doing, I don't know, 30, 40k, and a car's reversing, you're not going to see you, and you're not going to be able to stop, so you're going to do the fucking Superman, yeah? And you will.
Mars, from what Matt told me, your wheel can't even do half that.
Oh, man.
You know, that's a little bit of a misconception now, because to be honest, the wheel can do it, but it all depends on how good the rider is, whether he can do it. And I mean, I've seen him take off. I mean, yeah, I've got videos of shorts of him taking off. You know, it was more of a comedy thing that I popped up, really. And there was a lot of laughs about that.
I wasn't a good rider at that
We
time.
go.
I've improved a little since then, you know.
Have you?
I've only hit fucking almost 80 kilometers an hour with a wheel between my legs. You need handles to hold on to. See, I don't.
That's the only thing you got between your legs, mate. Let's be honest.
That's right.
I saw that coming.
Oh yeah, from a fucking mile away.
I think we all did.
Oh well, you know.
Oh
Well,
dear.
what I'm saying is like a footpath. I would say in a neighborhood, yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Can
our
be-
footpaths that are on by major highways and
Oh,
2-lane
that's
highways,
different.
there's no driveways.
Yeah, no, that's a bike track. That's sort of different.
So
Yeah.
I would rather be on one of those
yeah.
than in a bike lane because I don't trust the cars
Yeah,
coming next to me. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
well, here, it was a couple of years ago, but a guy's riding his bike in the bike lane. Who knows what was the guy in the car was thinking? Mate, ran straight into him off the road and almost killed the man. Almost killed him.
Troy, you remember those two
Just
morons
because-
that killed that
Yeah.
that ex-police officer in Vegas? Remember
Idiots.
about a year ago?
Yeah.
And he
I
was
mean-
riding in the bike lane. They purposely hit him and killed
Yeah.
him.
Was
But-
that like bike
It
ride?
goes both ways because we've had a lady and a guy that was riding the scooters on the sidewalk killed some old man, and they took off.
Yeah.
Still looking for him this day. They got him. They got him on surveillance cameras from a store, but this guy came out of a business, and boom,
Straight into him.
lady just mowed him over. You know, so it goes both ways.
It does. Yeah.
Well, if I was in an area where there's a lot of foot traffic, I wouldn't be hauling ass on it anyway. That's
No,
stupid.
you
Well,
ride
Be
very-
putzing. Putzing.
Do we go back to the old
People don't
common
use-
theme is common sense, which
But I
we know
use it.
there's a lack of it.
a lot
Well,
of people.
complacency too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look, people get on scooters and they think, "Oh, we own this footpath, this pathway."
Mhm.
Well, no. You share it with others. You can't do like. I totally dumbfounds me how fucking stupid some people can actually be.
I'm dumbfounded with that comment. We do own the footpath. We own everything wherever we are, especially when you got 4,000 watt of what I've got. Powerful shit. Everyone looks at it and goes, "Oh, fucking, how's he doing that? He must be fucking Hercules or some shit."
And yet, you still can't do a fucking wheelie. You soft cock.
Wheelie? I do that all the time, mate. I had a flat front. I was 30 k's from home. 30 k's from home. I got my flat front tire went flat. Couldn't ride it, so I monoed 30 k's all the way home. So
On one wheel, 30K.
vagina.
I'd pay to see that. I'd pay to see that.
I'm out of 30 K's home.
With one hand, I was having a smoke on the other.
One hand. Oh my God. That's legendary shit. That is.
And I went through the Macca's drive-through.
While you're at it, eh? No
Just doing
hands.
circles at the drive-through window. I can't sit still.
Oh, fucking hell.
I took up smoking that day just for that reason.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. Yeah.
There's
Just
a
like I had
whole
smoke while doing it.
Mars, they're a whole scooter gang. They got cuts and everything. It says Queensland on the bottom. It says
Oh.
2%ers on it.
Speaking of which,
It says 2%.
fucking devastated by one of my best friends, George, mechanic. He's fucking coming up your way, Matt, up fucking Queensland way, motherfucker.
Who is?
My very good friend of mine, George, is my motor mechanic and good friend.
Well,
Oh, do we? Okay.
I've got no cheap motor mechanic now. Now it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. Fucking
When you coming up, Mars? Fuck, come on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it next year.
I don't think we're going to be able to get to the North Coast, though, Tim.
Oh, shut up.
So we're only going to the South Coast.
So far he's loaded 3 containers. So yeah, coming up, and then he's getting him dropped off. Like it's fucking stupid. He said he's getting him dropped off. I think in Brisbane, because from Brisbane to I think Queensland, wherever he is, it's an extra like $300.
Hang on. From Brisbane to Queensland.
Brisbane is Queensland. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Where's he going?
Fucking
Where's he
Gold
going
Coast,
to?
whatever. I don't know.
Oh, Gold Coast. All right.
Yeah, like he's somewhere up that way. I think so.
Down
Yeah.
by the Palms and
Whatever it is, like it's cheaper to get whatever he's getting dropped off, like his cars and that. He's got a lot of cars and containers. It's cheaper to get them there delivered to Brisbane.
It's not cheap in Gold
And
Coast.
then he's gonna get towies to get everything towed up to wherever he is. Up.
Okay. It's not cheap in Gold Coast, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. From Brisbane to wherever he said, it's probably not exactly Gold Coast, but somewhere close. But it's an extra $300. But it's like another 30 kilometers or something. Like
Brisbane's
crazy.
like central to the South Coast or Sunshine Coast and North Coast. So
Yeah, he told me where the I can't remember the town. I've got no idea, but I'll find out later on anyway when he moves. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit devastated. I lost me fucking lifetime motor mechanic. It fucking sucks.
buddy of
That's
mine-
right, mate. I'll let him know how he goes on my car for you.
It's okay. Hey, I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong, mate. That's all I've got to say. All right. So,
A
yeah,
buddy
if
of
you
mine
do need a good mechanic, he's good. Yeah, he'll be up there.
Moving your
So,
way, Matt. She's moving your way.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be down there when she moves over. We're gonna have a barbecue. I'm gonna rent a motel somewhere.
Where?
I don't
Who's
know
coming?
where, and they said somewhere past the airport. So I gave her names of it, and she sent me the location. But
Who's coming?
a friend of mine,
Oh, okay.
she's coming from Adelaide up to there, up here.
Adelaide. I'm in Adelaide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But does she want to lift?
No, that's her husband and the 3 children. No.
No, they're not coming. I'm just taking her.
What lift we talking in the car or something else?
You probably like her.
It'd be the other way around, Tim.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, can you? I'm going to leave my husband and kids for you. What? I don't even know you. Oh, I can just tell. Yeah, that's what they say.
When she moves up, I'll let you know. And we'll
He's
have
got
a barbecue.
YouTube money.
Yep. And by the end of that trip, she'll be calling me Maddie. Maddie, that's what she'll be calling me.
Yeah.
Because she knows me.
Oh my.
Who's that? Who's that?
her name's Megan.
His
Megan
escort.
or Megan? Megan or-
Fingers crossed. We're going out on a date.
She looks young, Mars.
Did you print her off?
53, same age as me.
She's 53. What?
Nah, he's getting excited about her being 53. I'm kind of getting worried. He's 53. I thought he was my age.
Have you printed anything off for the date?
Damn.
Mars.
Right.
Yeah.
You should print her off like a hat or something and be like, here, I made this.
Fucking Dre went there.
I mean, a rose or something, you know?
Oh yeah, there you go. A 3D
I've
printed
got
rose.
to meet other girls. Tany's doing me head in, so yeah.
What was you thinking? I don't know.
Damn, I'm freezing up like a mother over here.
Print off in latex? I'm not sure.
It doesn't. It
Get
doesn't
on.
matter. Mars wears a blonde wig anyway when he goes out.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
don't
what do you
wanna
think?
see that.
Tany's wigs were hers. They weren't her wigs. They were mine.
It's no good being recognised, is it, Mars? Oh, there's that guy who knows Matt. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm actually waiting on another girl. She's Turkish. She's in Thailand at the moment. She wants to meet up next week. So, full on for me.
Turkish.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
better have had your shots. You've had your shots, right, Mars? All right.
I don't know what she looks like. So I'm going to meet her at the Thomastown footy ground where I walk because I told her I'd do me walk.
Don't know what she looks like.
She's local, no, because she hasn't shared a photo. So I don't know what it looks like. Because some girls don't share their photos.
She'll probably
who
come
knows?
over to you and say, "How you doing, mate?" Yeah.
Probably.
There's a reason. There's a reason they don't share those photos, Mars.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what
But
I'm
Mars
saying.
is gonna be sitting at the bar with the beer, and it's gonna be like Jurassic Park. Doom, doom.
Little ripple effect in the
Ripples in his beer.
Yeah.
Somebody turn that bass down.
Yep.
You must be Mars. Nope, I'm not.
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah,
how you doing, mate?
Tried the friends with benefits. I don't like it, man. Believe it or not.
You don't like the friends bit or the benefit bit?
Both.
Why? That's the
Mm,
fucking best to have.
Nah.
Oh,
Oh, you know why? Because she's got benefits with other friends too, eh?
Oh.
Yeah, but she comes to me all the time.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, that's what she says. Anyway, we'll move on.
No, I actually know. I've got messages to prove it too. There's three of us: Danny, Dean, and me. Man, I can't be fucked with that shit, mate.
Oh, that's a bit. Yeah, no.
And he knows their
Okay.
names too. That's bad.
I'll leave on that
That's
note.
it once, but yeah.
You know the names. Are you all in the same room together when this happens or not?
Later,
That's
Dre.
D&D, man.
All right, later.
That's later, Dre. That's D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, man. Dean.
I'm the only one that's actually had sex with her at her place. So yeah, that was the guy.
400-pound blind date. Oh well, good luck, Mars. I hope everything works out for you there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hopefully not, Jim. Because if she's like that, I'm gonna fucking run so fucking fast. It's not funny.
Yeah.
No, I'll be nice, polite. I'll still go out for a coffee and that.
Take your wheel with you. Take your wheel with you, mate.
She'll come out and say, "How you doing?"
Yeah, probably. Look, hey, I don't know. She could actually be. Real
She might get on
You
your
don't know,
shoulders,
yeah.
Uncle Mars.
You know, look, some
Might
hide
get on-
their photo, obviously overweight, yeah, but some they'll hide the photo because exes stalk them and shit like that. So
Mm.
it's actually
Well, let's
2 times it's
let,
happened both ways. So I can't judge. You know what I mean?
Do you have a safe word?
I'll
Do
just
you have a
wait.
safe word? Do you have a
Yeah,
safe
it's all
word?
just fucking run.
Okay.
well let's be honest. If she's agreed to go out with you, she can't be much good anyway.
Oh,
Probably
So-
not. Yeah, I know.
what-
More cushion for the pushing.
Yeah, well, that girl, I just
More
messaged,
cushion.
yeah, I messaged her last night and she messaged me back this morning. I was actually surprised. She got back to me quick. It didn't
Nice.
take a fucking week for him to get back to you, but yeah, she got back to me straight away.
Oh my
I
god.
like little guys.
Far out.
Dusty, any girl is large to you. Fucking midget.
Yeah, no. I've been there with a large girl before. Not
Anywho,
like-
hey, I got to nick off because I got to start getting ready for this wedding.
right, man.
But be in
who's
contact,
getting married?
Mars.
all right, cool.
Who's getting married?
Later, Matt.
It's my first girlfriend who I started going out with when I was 16. And on her 10th birthday, oh no, it wasn't. No, it was another one. She's had a daughter. We've been in contact with Facebook over the years and all that sort of shit. Anyway, and she goes, "Oh, do you want to come down to my daughter's wedding?" I said, "Yeah, right," because I'm catching up with all their family and shit. So it'll be good. Be a good day.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's just there for. Does anybody have anything to say before? I've always been in love with you.
Yeah.
Daughter, man. Come on. Oh, bro.
It's got to be someone's daughter, mate. Doesn't really matter whose it is.
Where's the
Oh,
wedding
for
at?
fuck's sake.
Fucking unreal, bro. Oh,
It's down at Glenelg.
Oh. Is
I
it
Down
can
by
pick
the-
off
like
already then.
Is it on a beach somewhere or?
Yeah, it's down near. Yeah, it's down near the water, down near the beach. Yeah.
It's the lighting. It's the lighting in here, man.
What?
His
You
face
said my
looks red.
face-
It's the lighting.
Oh, it's the lighting matched with the stupidly high blood pressure.
Yeah.
No, I got sunburn too from fucking working out in fucking.
It looks like sunburn, yeah.
Don't you wear a hat?
Look, that's
Oh yeah, that's sunburn.
sunburn, motherfucker.
No, it's not lighting, that's sunburn.
Yeah.
What's up, Donald?
Go
How's it
ask-
going?
Go ask Willy Wonka for some fucking sunscreen, mate.
I can't wear sunscreen. I can't wear sunscreen. It's fucking.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
really
Or either that or Matt's going to get there and find out he's got a daughter he didn't know about.
She looks like me. Yeah.
Mm.
We'll soon find out. But anyway, all right, cool. Good catching up, guys. We'll catch you soon, eh?
All right.
All
Later.
right, man.
Have fun.
Talk to you soon.
See you in the chat too. Bye bye.
Later.
Rednecks exist in Australia.
Oh, baseball dangerous. Look at Tim.
That's funny.
We got rednecks here. We got but we call rednecks yobbos.
Donald. Tim froze.
Over here, they call yobbos.
That's funny.
So, yeah, yobbo is a redneck.
And Tim's gone.
That's good stuff. That's pretty good.
Mess gone wild.
That's good. That's good.
Car took out a pole. What the fuck? Oh, fuck.
Car took out a pole.
Someone's fucking hit the accelerator instead of the brake.
Yeah, because he's on his phone, so that's usually the account he uses when he's on his phone. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty hilarious.
Want to walk your daughter down the aisle?
Yeah. Imagine she says that. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't. I think he'd know if it was his daughter.
Christy, what's up? I haven't seen you for a minute.
What's up, Getchy? Is Tim not blue on his other account? Let's see here. What are you up to today, TJ?
Just chilling. I didn't do a damn thing all day today. I had off. I was gonna go out and fly for a little bit, but decided not to. So I just chilled here at the house and threw a pizza in the oven and just chilling. I think tomorrow probably my mom's for a little bit, hang out there, and then.
No, you just froze up, Tim. Like you were saying something, and then you just froze in place.
Whoa, that was kind of freaky. Uncle Marge just kind of appeared out of the abyss.
Somebody hauling ass through those mountain roads. People do that shit too.
Yeah, today I was. I was a lazy drummer today.
Yeah, I got home a half hour late today because some kid was taking forever getting on the bus earlier. Put us an half hour behind.
Off the bus.
Do what?
He was getting on the bus or off the bus?
No, on the bus. I guess this kid broke his ankle and he was halfway across the school and it took them forever to get him out to the bus. Which I don't know why they didn't call his parents to come pick him up. Like you would have thought they would have. Because the way he was limping, it looked like he might have broke it the way he was limping. Like he was limping hard. He was doing basketball practice and did something, twisted his ankle or something.
All power out. Yeah, that's going to take him a few hours to put back on.
Probably more than that if they knock the pole down. They have to come out there, put the pole up, restring it.
Yep. Yeah, it'll take a few hours.
At least, yeah. And that's if it didn't have like a transformer or something on it. That's even more work.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Be better if it was just a pole with the cables on it.
Yeah, if it's just, yeah.
You don't really hear much of Chris Brown anymore.
Chris Brown? Who the hell's Chris Brown?
Yeah, because he got a bunch of shit for beating the hell out of Rihanna when they were dating.
Oh, okay. Still don't know him, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He got a bunch of shit because he turned out to be a woman beater.
Okay.
So.
Dude.
Pretty much the same shit Diddy's going through right now because remember that tape leaked to Diddy beating the shit out of that girl in the hotel hallway?
Diddy's screwed. He going
Well,
to
a bunch
prison.
of other shit came up, but what started it was that video that leaked of him beating the shit out of that girl in the hotel hallway. She was going to the elevator, and he came out of the room and beat the hell out of her.
From what I understand, Diddy is another Epstein. Same.
Yeah, and then they had a whole bunch of shit
Not
come
good.
out about
Not good.
sex trafficking and all that other crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved in that. Yeah, not good. Oh, fuck, I nearly fell off my chair with laughter the other day. Did you see Trump with the garbage truck trying to reach the door?
Yeah. Fucking trolling, dude.
Oh my
what happened?
God. He has lost his fucking mind. Last week's fucking word was tariffs. This week's favorite word is garbage. Mate, he's lost his fucking mind. I swear to God.
What happened was
he's lost the plot.
Joe Biden said that all his supporters were garbage, and so the reason he showed up to the rally the next day,
yeah,
it was to troll him. He pulled up in that garbage truck.
No, it wasn't. That was because the dickhead comedian called.
Right, but that was he called the comedian said that.
And I don't know the
what I'm
comedian.
saying.
Hey, you're going to be fucking president, and you don't know who's speaking for my fuck off. You're full
Well,
of
no,
shit.
the comedian said the garbage comment, and then President Biden put out a thing, and he said the only garbage I see is his supporters.
Correct.
Then it was the trash truck thing.
Yeah. But Trump's acting like he doesn't know who this Tim fucking whatever his name is. Of course he does. He put him there on purpose.
So here's that.
And like some of the shit, like that was not funny at all. Like comedians are supposed to be funny. Saying that about freaking fucking what?
Oh,
see?
shit.
Puerto Rico or whatever. Yeah, that's not funny.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good, man. Really? You're kicking her when she's down? You fucking rat. What? Oh my God. No way. What a
That's
fucking rat.
Yeah, that was the video of him beating the hell out of that girl.
Low, mate. That is low. Low. That's low.
That doesn't surprise me, Gitchy, because some of the states aren't enforcing voter ID. So what can you do? I guess.
Yeah, that's a bit odd. I don't get how your voting system works. Like, no voter here. Everyone's we all have to vote. But when you turn 18, you got to vote. There's no choice. But they've got all our names on like freaking big, massive fucking folders. Everyone that lives here in Melbourne, all our names are on that.
It is. It's the same thing, but
driver's licenses. That's your ID, and then you get your freaking paperwork. You go and vote. That's it. Well, I thought
it's the same thing, but each state can set their own rules for voting, and some of them just aren't requiring the voter ID. So people are just walking in and voting, and they're not even checking to see if they're on the list.
No, they got to fix that. It's got to be national everywhere. It's all got to be the same. It can't be, here it's all the same. Every state, it's all the same throughout Australia. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Tim doesn't have to be forced to vote because he's not technically a citizen. He's a permanent resident.
Some things you'll have to, and some things you won't have to. I'd say like normal elections, you'll have to vote, but your state elections, you might not have to vote for that. Whereas I have to. I've got a fucking couple of days ago last week actually, I had to do for our state, like not our state, our suburb, local council voting.
But don't they? Because I think I asked this question on
the whole point
the other day, or I asked it to maybe it was on Paul's show the other day. We were talking about it, and don't they have like a huge like record of everybody that like voted, and if like they don't see your name on that list, don't they? Like,
that's the thing, is they're not checking it because they're not requiring to.
Yeah.
So
some states will be and some won't be. So how do you know who's
because some states are trying to push this agenda that voter ID laws are racist because they think that people of lower income are too stupid to have to go and figure out how to get an ID when you need an ID to do everything in your normal day anyway. If you want to go buy alcohol, you need an ID. If you want to go buy cigarettes, you need an ID. If you want to go to the airport, you need an ID. Everybody already has IDs.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And a lot of states give free IDs. They don't even charge you for them. There's a lot of states that give free state IDs. Now the license isn't free, but if you just need an identification card,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Some
Is that,
people,
but,
I think it's
but their
kind of
agenda
like,
is saying it's
Right.
racist, and it makes no sense.
How the hell
It's
is it racist?
like when I'm at work and people are
Crazy.
buying cigarettes or alcohol or whatever, like, you know, I'll ask for ID and be like, "Are you kidding me? I'm old enough to be your dad. I'm old enough to be your mom." Like, hey, it's not my rule, man.
If you look here, if here they've got the right. If you're the one that's behind the counter, you have every right. If the person looks under 25, you have the right to ask them for ID.
Here, it's like ridiculous. They want you to card if they look under like 50 and shit. Like it's stupid as shit.
Yeah. Now here it's not
But
too
see,
bad.
but here, like I said, like a lot of the white liberals that are pushing the racist shit, they're trying to say they're pretty much at the end of the day they're saying minorities are too stupid to to figure out how to go get an ID. Is pretty much what they're saying in a nutshell. They're not outright saying that, but
Yeah,
that's
but-
their whole point
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
When everybody already has an ID or a license, it's
Yeah,
normal.
What I don't get is it doesn't matter how poor the person is, it doesn't make them fucking stupid.
Exactly. And the thing is, and they're like, well, what about homeless people? Well, if you look at a lot of the guys that have been going around asking people who they're going to vote for, 90% of the homeless people are like, I don't vote. I don't have an ID. I don't give a shit. They don't want an ID because they want to live off the grid.
Yeah.
They don't care about any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like at the end of the day, they could care less about how the economy's going because they're just on the streets begging for money and doing what they want to do every day.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Tim. You got to vote for Prime Minister, but your local council and whatever state, you don't have to vote for that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But yeah, it's that's what I said. It doesn't make any sense. Like, dude, everybody.
Bit screwed up there.
Yeah, if you, I mean, you have to have an ID if you want to go pick an order up at Walmart. I mean, come on now, but that's all okay to card people for all that shit, but to ask them for an ID to vote,
Yeah. No, that's
and then
right.
they say it's racist, and it doesn't make any sense. The whole argument is stupid.
It does not make any sense at all. 100% agree. That's crazy.
And then they'll when you bring that point up, they'll say, well, they can't afford to get an ID. What are you talking about? An ID on average costs like $14 to $15 if you do have to pay for it. You're telling me somebody can't come up with $15 to go get an ID?
That's right.
Come on now.
Ridiculous.
They don't have to have it, but if they want to vote, they'll
They can
figure
get it.
out how to get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like I said, there's a lot of states now that are offering free IDs. They're not even charging you for them. So you just have to go up to the DMV and say, hey, I need an ID. They take your picture. You
That's
show
it.
them your birth certificate, your social security card. They give you the ID.
That's it. It's all legit. Yeah, East Coast Prime Minister is basically president over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as England. They haven't got president. They got Prime Minister. Australia's the same. Same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly the same. Just a different fancy to name for it.
That's a different name, man.
But see, the way I look at it is like people like Dusty said he doesn't like to vote because he doesn't think the outcome's going to change. But my view is if, say, you're Republican or Democrat, if you say, I don't want to vote because my vote's not going to count, I'm only one person. Well, if a million people think just like you, that's a million votes not counted.
Correct.
And there's a million people out there that think that.
Every vote counts.
Because guess what? You're not the only person thinking like that. Out of 330 some million people in this country, I guarantee 5 to 10 million probably have that same attitude and that aren't going out and voting.
What did that? There's a whole heap of early votes this year too. There's fucking.
We're already up to 50 million.
60 million early votes. Yeah. And most of it's women. Good on you, Trump, you dumbass. And then you call Puerto Rico garbage. You just lost.
Well, Puerto Rico
Just
doesn't
lost.
matter though because they can't
lost.
vote anyway.
Yes, they can. They're Americans. What are you
No,
talking
they
about?
can't. They're a
Yeah, they can.
territory. They have no right to vote in our election. They have their own standing government in their country.
Well, not according to J-Lo, what I seen.
No, dude, they cannot vote. They have
You sure?
representation. I'm positive, 100%. They cannot vote because they are not technically a state. They are a territory. Just
Okay.
like Guam. Guam can't vote in our election either. They have their own government. We
Okay.
just can come in at any time and do what we want because technically we own the islands.
All right.
But they do have their own self-sufficient government that runs on its own. But we do fund them.
yeah.
We give them money every year to fund, infrastructure projects, stuff like that. So
But
they
they're
do get
American,
funding.
though.
Well, technically, yes, but they don't have any voting rights unless they
Didn't
live in
know
the
that.
U.S. They have to
Oh,
live in the U.S. So just like
okay.
they actually have a representative in Congress and the Senate, but they're not, or the Congress, I think they have a representative, but they can't even vote on anything. They're just
Okay.
there as a figurehead.
So it'll be all Puerto Ricans, Hispanics in America that's going to vote. Then yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
now
it-
if they can move to America because they have every right to come back and forth without a passport, just like an American citizen can there.
I get what you mean.
Now, if they decide to come to Florida or New York and claim residency and get an ID there or license, then they have a right to vote at that point.
All right. Yeah.
But the island itself, they're actually exempt from that. But yeah, there is a lot of early voting in.
Yeah, I know.
So
I've been paying attention to everything. I follow this channel called Midas Touch. They're pretty good. They're
Yeah, I've been watching it pretty closely.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a insurance company? Trust the Midas Touch.
That's probably where they got the name from.
Yeah, well,
It is. It's a
the people that
company
like,
over here.
who run the channel, they're all lawyers, solicitors. So yeah, and they're actually providing facts, not like Donald Trump just says what he says and everyone's supposed to believe him. You're fucking off your head.
You don't have to have a
Chills buttons. Now windmills are beaching whales, mate. Fuck. Jesus Christ. So when they're doing mining and the fucking dynamite explodes, what that's not sending signals through the earth to the fucking whales and they're picking that up with their sonar. That's not beaching them, but windmills are beaching whales. Apparently they do hum through the earth, but like I said, I was talking with Rules about it. Mate, they can put shields around whatever to stop that noise from traveling through the earth if it's actually true that the whales are getting beached because of the humming sound of the windmills. Like, I find it extremely hard to believe, but you never know.
I mean, it depends. They'd have to hit that
Could be
right
true.
frequency.
Like, yeah,
because it is sonar, like a type of sonar with frequencies and stuff.
But then, okay, now if it was true and the whales are being beached, it would affect dolphins. It would affect all sea life, not just whales.
Well, yeah, Tim, if you coming back from Australia, you would need a passport to get back in the States, but Puerto Rico and Guam are technically a territory, so they don't require it. I've got quite a few friends I worked with at Walmart that were Puerto Rican. They used to fly back and forth. They didn't have to have any of that because they had family there.
Mail-in vote, nothing but right for fraud. How can it be fraud? Your name's on it. It's like me. I mailed in my vote for the local council. How is it fraud? My name's on it.
Because, like I said, in some of the states, they're not checking.
Must be really fucked up over there, man.
Well, like I said, some states aren't checking validation whether the people are real or not, like real citizens. So.
I understand. Of course that's fake. That's full on.
Not to mention that there's not just fraud in that, but there's fraud in. There's been cases where they found buckets of ballots that were on a mail truck and somebody dumped them off into a ditch. Yeah. There was actually a video that just came out today. Somebody pulled up to a polling box where you drop in your mail-in ballot into, and somebody dumped like gasoline or something down in it, lit it on fire, and it burnt all the ballots inside the box.
There goes your wow.
So
yeah, man,
I don't know.
hard over there, man.
How do dead people vote? How the heck does that work?
I mean, that's true, Tim. But I mean,
Yeah, well, you need a passport, Tim, to get on a plane, no matter what. You go.
I'll
You
just
go
go to
anywhere.
Mexico, Tim. You can walk across. They'll let you in.
You go anywhere overseas. Yeah, you're gonna need a passport.
Just claim asylum from Australia. Tell them Mars is trying to kick your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking crazy, isn't it? Like it trips me out. Like just some things like I just don't. Yeah, just crazy.
Like some of the stuff I've heard. Like I don't know about the whole dead people voting. I haven't looked into that. But the ballots on the ditch and the fire of the ballot box, I've seen both videos.
Yeah,
they were
like,
both
how did-
news videos on it.
Promise me, yeah.
How does a dead person vote? I mean, you can't because you're dead. Like, so
Well, if
how
they
does
have
that-
the dead person's information,
If no one
can-
checks,
yeah,
no one knows that they're dead. You know what I mean?
they can request a mail-in ballot, put the person's information on there, vote for them, and send it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So say your mom died or your grandma died or whatever, you're probably going to have their old social security card, their ID, everything that was in their wallet.
Yep.
And then
Oh,
people
yeah.
would say, oh, yeah, let me request a ballot for them. They get it in the mail. They fill it out for their grandma that's dead and say, oh, I want to vote for this person and send it back in. And the chances of them catching that,
That's right. If that's not checked,
I don't
they
know.
get away with it. Yeah.
Depends on
Yeah.
how thorough the state is that's doing it.
Yeah.
So, but if they do catch it, you're going to be in a world of shit because then you're going to have a bunch of fraud
course.
charges.
Correct. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe it is Dusty. You might be right.
Like in that sense, yeah, I can see why people say it's rigged because they've got to sort it out. It's got to be the whole country. It's all got to be the same. Not this state does this, that state, mate. Fucking everyone's the same, and that's it. Then it can't be fucking rigged because everyone's name's on there. And if you die, guess what? They'll know you're dead. Yeah, because here in Australia, if you die, you're not going to be able to vote. I can tell you right now, your vote will not count. They'll know you're dead because it's all on record.
The only reason they'll never.
Now they know how many people are born in this country and how many people have died in the country. It should be the same over there. I mean, I would assume, but.
Well, the reason why they'll never change it, though, is because
it's silly.
Our Constitution states that the power should always be given to the states and not the federal government.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they do a lot of stuff like that. That's why.
That makes it hard.
That's why sometimes the federal government will try to pass a law that says, oh, we want this for everybody. But then the Supreme Court might step in and say, no, it's up to the states to make that decision individually.
Because it's off the Constitution, yeah.
Well, and then you got to also think too, right? Do you want somebody, say you do a populist vote on everything, do you want somebody in California telling you how to live in Florida? That's the way they look at it, right? They want each state to be able to govern themselves.
Yeah.
Because you can always move to another state that's more friendly to your beliefs.
Like, I get what you're saying. So, yeah, I would leave that to apply for that reason. But, like, this is an election. It should be different for an election.
I know, but it's just the way
Maybe
that they have it set
clause, get into the Constitution, put a clause only under, voting and freaking election is where it becomes national. Everything else stays the same. I mean, that might solve something. I don't know. If I know.
All right. We'll see you later, Dusty.
All right, Dusty.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always been like that with everything, though. Like, that was the whole reason Roe versus Wade got overturned, which was the national abortion ban.
Yep.
And then they got that overturned, and now they said we need to give that power back to the states and let the states decide individually what they want to do.
Yeah, it's not good.
The way I look at it, I don't really like abortion to a certain extent. I understand if it's for medical reasons, but the news just lied.
Situation where it needs to be, and there's situations where it doesn't apply.
But like 90%, like when they're digging into the numbers on abortions, almost 90% of them are just women that are just having sex and then just don't want the baby.
want the kid. Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
And then the news just twisted a really bad news story a few weeks ago that a girl died, and they were saying that she needed to get the babies removed and went to the hospital and they wouldn't do it. No, what happened was, and this is where the news left out, was she had twins. She took a bunch of Plan B medication and did it without a doctor's supervision. She gave herself sepsis from it. And then by the time she got to the hospital, there was not much they could do, and she ended up dying from it. So she caused it herself. But the news tried to spin it that, she had a medical issue, and because the state said that they wouldn't give abortions, that's the reason she died. No,
no, it's not true.
But my thing is
self-inflicted.
Why is it if I go and I kill, say, your girlfriend and she's pregnant, why do I get 2 murder charges for killing you and that baby, but then she can just walk into a clinic and say, I don't want the baby no more?
Well, yeah.
What's the difference?
Needs to be sorted, that's for sure, yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Like, I understand for medical reasons, if it's an absolute necessity. See, I think what they need to do is they need to put abortion illegal, but then they need to go in and start refining it and saying, okay, for this certain medical situation, it can be done.
There's got to be stipulations, yeah.
But I don't think it should just be done across the board because a bunch of women are just having sex and they don't want to deal with the consequences of that.
Yeah, most of it's usually that way, yeah.
I mean, that's... and then people try to use what about incest and rape? Well, if you look at the numbers again, that's less than 1% of all abortions. According to the numbers that they have.
According to the numbers, yeah.
Now, me and David were having an argument one night about it, and David was like, well, what if people aren't reporting the rape? And that's actually what it is. And I'm like, well, you can only go by the reported numbers because that's how you can only make policies, by going what numbers you have.
Yeah, you have to go by that.
And unfortunately, if people aren't speaking up, you can't count them as a victim if they're not speaking up and letting you know.
Yeah, unfortunately. You
and I understand that people of rape, they have that. They don't want to tell anybody. They want to keep it secret, and a lot of people don't report it. But if you don't report it, you can't be counted because we don't know about it.
Correct.
And I hate to say it that way, but that's the truth.
No, that's the truth, Justin. That's exactly how it is, mate. Yeah.
Like I said, we can only set policy by what numbers we have, and the numbers show that their argument for abortion, that percentage is so low that it doesn't make sense to make it completely legal just because of that small percentage. Like I said, that's the stuff that should be adjusted within that ban.
It's got to be fine tuned. Yeah, exactly. But then, it's the girl's body. Are you going to tell her what to do with her body? No. Yeah.
But there's some.
So you can't.
Yeah, but they don't give the father a right in that though.
Fathers get nothing, mate. We're just got penises. That's it. Yeah. I know.
But some states will actually allow abortion up to the 3rd trimester. Now this baby is damn near done.
And I agree, because I went through this with my ex-wife. She wanted an abortion. I said, mate, fucking no way now. You have an abortion and I'll fucking nick you. I said, mate, I don't care what you want, what you don't want. You're giving birth to that child. That's my kid in your stomach. You're going to fucking give birth to him,
it should be an equal.
You're having an abortion. And that's where I think, because males have no say in that fucking matter, yeah? Because it's the woman's body. Yeah, well,
like I said, I think it should be an equal.
It should be equal, but it's not.
And I've always thought that if a state allowed it, I'm sorry, but they should have consent of both parents before it's done. Especially when it doesn't have to do with the medical issue.
Correct. Yeah.
It's just because you want to just get it done just because. I think they should have to have the woman and the man's signature on that paper. If you can't get both to sign, you don't do it.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I went through that with my ex-wife, and mate, no way known you're having an abortion. For one, I'm Catholic. We don't believe in abortion, so you're not having an abortion.
Technically, Drone Days, if you don't want to pay child support, you just have to give up rights to the child. But then you don't have any rights over the child at that point. You can get around paying child support, but it's kind of a fucked up thing to do, though, because you have to give up rights to the child.
Not here. You won't get away with not paying. Oh, you think you'll get away with it, but they will catch up with you. And if it takes 10 years, it takes 10 years. They will catch up with you if you try not to pay child fucking maintenance.
Well, see here, state
You
by
won't
state.
get it.
Some states barely enforce it, and some
Won't get
states, like
away.
Arizona, is the strictest. They will throw your ass for being one payment late for 1 month. They'll come throw your ass in jail. Like
Yeah.
Arizona is super strict on child support.
Yeah, they are here too.
But then other states, they don't enforce shit. Like my sister was
Like,
trying to get child support from one of her kids' dads up in North Carolina, and they never enforced him to pay. He never paid anything, hardly ever. So,
like Bob said, mate, the man will not get child support from the woman, but the man has to pay child support to the woman. It's ridiculous. How come the woman- I don't get that. I don't understand. I really don't. You know.
I would say these days that is starting to change a little bit because that's been brought to light, especially like with domestic violence. You're starting to see a lot more women getting arrested as equal to the man for hitting
That's
a guy.
That's good. Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of that. 'Cause I watch a lot of the body cam footage, and I've been seeing a lot where women have been getting arrested for hitting a guy.
Yeah. So they should, you know, like we say here, mate. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know?
I've heard that
Yeah.
many times.
And in
Yeah.
some states, yeah, they'll garnish your wages if you don't pay it.
Yeah, same here.
And then some just do it automatically. I mean,
You'll think you're getting away with it, but when you go to do your tax, have a guess what? The government's going to say, oh, you didn't pay child fucking care. Oh, we're going to take all your tax, boy, and next year's, and until you catch up with the payments. Yeah.
they
I
actually,
know someone that they caught up with, an old friend of mine that I don't talk to anymore. They caught up with him 25 years later. Have a guess how much money he owes? A lot. And he has to pay
they
it. No choice. Yeah.
They actually put a moratorium on one of the stimulus checks during COVID, where they actually did not take it for child support for people that were behind. They actually let them keep the full amount on one of the stimulus checks. I think it was the second one they did it on. Might have been the first one. I can't remember.
Same here, Tim. They'll catch you out when you go to do your tax, and if you don't pay, well, whatever's in your name, car, house, have a guess what they're going to take. Yep. So yeah, you won't.
And then like Gitchy was saying, garnish. Some will automatically do it like that. That's how they do it. They automatically will do it as soon as you get it set up. Like they'll say, oh, you have to pay $200 a week. Well, as long as you're working, they'll just automatically take that $200 out your check every week, or every 2 weeks, whatever.
That's one
my crazy ass thing is these ones that are like multi-millionaires and they have to pay like $300,000 a month for one kid because the kid has to be accustomed to the lifestyle that they were living.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a little fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. You're telling me your mom can't go get a nice $300,000 house and you can live modest off a few thousand a month? Like that's a little crazy.
Yeah, well, it goes off of what you earn. That's how they work it here too. That's why I didn't work for one of the reasons, apart from my back pain. But mate, I wasn't giving my ex-wife no fucking money. No fucking way she's making money off my back. I suffered for it, but you know, she's not getting any money. Give a shit. I'd rather suffer than give her fucking money because the kids won't get it. I know straight away my kids wouldn't have got it. So no chance she's getting. No way, no.
Well, the thing is, though, too, is like some of the amounts I've seen people take was a little ridiculous. Like to me, getting $3,000-$4,000 a month is a lot because you're really not spending that much on a kid a month.
Wait till I tell you how much I was paying. You know how much I was paying a fortnight? $8 a fortnight for each child. $8. How is my child going to survive on $8 fucking mate? But that's how it is. I only have to pay because it's not working. I don't have to pay. You know what I mean? So it was $30-something for 3 children I was paying. Then my son turned 18, and then I only had the 2 kids, so that was like $16. And then my other son turned 18, so it was just my daughter. $8 a fortnight. That's all my ex-wife was getting out of me. $8 a fucking fortnight. Suck shit, bitch. Because she thought I'd keep working. She was going to earn $200, $300 a week. Yeah, no, not off of my fucking back. You're not. I don't care.
That's not very much at all. You got lucky.
Nah,
on that
it's
one.
ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. It should be more, but it's not. It was $8 a fucking child. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy.
Well, like I said though, like to me, on my kids, I don't
Yeah,
spend.
if your kid gets it, Tim,
3,000.
yeah, I'd be happy to
Like
pay it. I knew
I
my
don't
child.
spend but even having 3 kids, I don't spend 2-3 grand a month on my kids. Like they're not having to get new shoes and new clothes every month and
Yeah, exactly.
all that. I mean, basically, it's just food and maybe something they might need for school every couple weeks. They might need something for school or something. It's not nothing crazy. Like I
Like a
spend
new
maybe
backpack or something.
$1,200 a month in food.
Yeah, look, if
So-
if the mother's decent, yeah, well, she will use that money to whatever the kids need. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of mothers that don't do that. They pocket the money the kids miss out. They don't get it. You know,
Well, over
mothers
here,
get
women.
brand new jewelry, nice new hairdo, full fucking expensive makeup. The kids wearing freaking torn freaking shoes. Like, come on, you know that's where it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Over here, women don't have to get.
You know what I think? I think it should not go to the mother. It should go directly into an account of the child that's locked until they're 18. And once they're 18, then they get that money. That's how it should be. Because then you know your child's getting it. Yeah. Up until then, guess what? The mother spread her legs. I have no say. You support the child. Yeah. You're the one that left me, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like that really frustrates me. That does. So at least the child's got something when they turn 18. Yeah. Until then, the mother can support the child. Why am I supporting the child? I'm not there. You get me? Then
Yeah,
I don't let you visit your own child. You're not allowed to. And they still want money from you, mate. Go to fucking hell, mate. If I'm not allowed to see my child, guess what? I ain't giving no one no money. Yeah, I'll give my child money if it goes into a trust fund and they get that when they're 18. That's what I'll do. Like that's how it should be. I think it should be like that.
Yeah, that's $800 a month there in the 90s. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that'd have been quite a bit of money.
Yeah, fucking knows.
Well, I know over here, the only time they force you to do child support is if you're claiming any kind of government assistance, then you have to file for it.
Yeah.
But if you're both working and you're not using assistance and the woman files for it, that's just because she wants to.
And I've witnessed it. I got my best mate that was best man at my wedding, my daughter's godfather.
Well, at least in Florida, that's the way it is.
And I can tell you now, his ex-girlfriend Josie, those children did not see that money. You know, she did.
Matt left to go to a wedding,
new house,
Sean.
new furniture, new TV, new clothes. The kids didn't have nothing, mate. They didn't even have a PlayStation. Really? And that just proves my point right there and then. Not all women
left to go,
but there is a lot that they will not pay. They don't pass that money to the kids.
Yeah, Sean. Matt went to go to a wedding, and Dre left because we were having a discussion about women and their parts, and he got a little red-faced and left.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm glad you said women and parts, yeah, because I love Trump's theory. Yeah, you can grab him by the pussy, but I'm going to be here to protect the women, whether you like it or not. Yeah, good on you, genius. You're a fucking good man. You are. He's so fucking serious, mate. I swear to God, I can't believe some of the things that come out of his mouth. You just can't believe
I mean, in all reality, though, I'm not going to hold that against him because that's locker room talk. Any of us would have said that in a locker room to our friends. I mean,
yeah, but I don't agree with that. I don't give a fuck if I'm a multi-millionaire.
And
just grab a girl's pussy. What fucking drugs are you on? Yeah.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying like that was also recorded in a private conversation between two guys.
I get it's locker room.
That's something that we would have all said to each other, whether we were being serious or not.
Yeah, no, I get that. But he's serious. Yeah, hello. He hung around with Epstein. Let's think about this a minute. Yeah. Fucking hell. And actually, there's a guy. What's his name? Luke Beasley. I was following him. He's got some recording or something from Epstein, whatever. Trump's going to be in a world of hurt. In a world of hurt. If he doesn't win presidency, he's going to be in prison for a long time. They're going to fuck him bad.
Sean.
What I don't understand, right? He's a fucking criminal. What do you call it over there when someone's been he's got a criminal record? He's a felon. He's a felon. How can anyone vote for a felon? Like, he's going to be president. He's a felon. Like, he's raped.
I'm going to be honest with you, Mars. I'm voting for him.
You're fucked up, mate.
I can't vote for Camilla. Sorry.
Look, all I'm going to do is Trump, he's going to fuck America, and yous are all going to suffer for it, yeah? Yous all suffer, I'm telling you. Which pisses me off, because if yous fuck up and yous go into recession, that's going to affect here where I live too, yeah?
But we're already in a semi-recession because of our inflation rate. So
no, you're not. No, your economy is the best it's fucking been. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. Our interest rates on houses are over 10% right now.
Your employment's 3 point something. Your economy's fucking sky high. Mate, you can't say
inflation is extremely high here right now.
No shit, I've seen a girl getting a fucking son.
In order to buy a house now is double what it used to be.
$17 for this fucking some roll with all this cheese. I was watching this girl on YouTube. $17. That's like 28 Australian dollars for a fucking bread roll. That's insane, man. That's insane. I know our prices are high, but yours are fucking ridiculous, mate.
But what I'm saying is, just a quick comparison. When Trump was in office his first 4 years, the average housing price for a new buyer was $67,000.
Stop right there. When Trump
hold on, let me finish it.
He took what Obama built, not what Trump built. You got to remember that.
This was 2 years into his thing.
That's right, and he still screwed America. Yeah, how much debt did you get because of him? 8 billion, 8 trillion.
No, that was actually Biden that did that.
Trump can't fucking run.
Biden signed a $4.7 trillion bill his first month.
America, please.
No, dude. Biden signed a $4.7 trillion bill his first 2 months in office. Just wasteful spending, and he hired 40,000 more IRS agents for the IRS that we did not need.
Right? How many car companies?
But hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish the comparison now. 2 years into Trump's presidency, an average house buyer was $67,000 at 1.7% interest rate. Now we're into about 2.5 years into Biden's. It's 127,000 with almost 10% interest rate. Then our inflation, and they were shutting down a lot of our natural resources that we were mining, like the Keystone Pipeline was in the middle of being built when Trump was president, and they shut that down, which caused gas prices to skyrocket. When Trump was in office, his last year, gas was at $1.87 a gallon in Florida on average. Mm-hmm. And now it's been over $3 ever since Biden took office. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Inflation is higher.
That's not Biden's fault. You can blame Putin for your fucking gas prices going up, same as us in Australia.
Putin has nothing to do with our gas prices. We have one of the largest. We don't buy any gas from him.
I know where the fuck you're getting your. So how do our gas prices go up then? You tell me.
Because we don't rely on other.
It's not because of our prime ministers. I can assure you of that.
No, but we have.
Right, and
the only thing Putin has. The only thing Putin has is the largest natural gas deposit. But we have a very large one ourselves. We don't get our natural gas from Russia. Russia only has like 80 billion reserve barrels of crude oil, where we have like, 300 or 400 billion. We can actually outproduce the Middle East if we go full bore into drilling in oil production.
And why is that not happening then?
Because Biden ended that when he took office in his first month. He shut down the Keystone Pipeline, and he almost killed half of the fracking. This is why everybody in Pennsylvania.
If you look at timing, and like I said, like I've got nothing to do with Biden, but our gas prices went up. All right. Now, when that happened, this is when Putin did what he did. As soon as he did that, everything went up. Gas prices, food, everything went up immediately when Putin started that war. Everything went up. Everything. and not just use us too. And I'm assuming the rest of the fucking world too.
Ours would have went up because of the fact that we keep sending hundreds of billions of dollars of money to Ukraine for no fucking reason. Why the fuck do we care about Ukraine? They're not NATO. We have no
Because
vested
you have
interest
to.
there.
It's called humanity. Would you rather Russia? Think about it. All I got to say is if Trump wins power,
I'm just saying.
Right,
Do you
get
really,
ready
do
to
you know
live. Get
that-
ready to live a communist fucking life, because that's what Trump's going to do to you
Dude.
people. You just don't fucking see it. These are all
Do
fucking
you
lies.
realize that he was the only
Open your
president
eyes,
in
man. Open
60
your-
years?
Listen to
That-
what Trump says. Yeah, dictator. He's
No.
fucking mates with Putin. You got to be fucking kidding me. Yeah.
Let me just say something.
Friends. Yeah.
No. Let me just say something. He was the only president in 60 years that did not start a new war. Do you realize Russia didn't take any new territory when he was president? But when Obama was president, they took Crimea. During Trump's 4 years, Russia didn't move an inch. Soon as Biden took office, that's when they attacked Ukraine. Why is that? He didn't start any new wars the 4 years he was in there.
Even if Trump was in power, Trump actually thinks that Putin wouldn't have started the war if he was in power. Mate, get your fucking head read. Putin's not going to listen to Trump, nor is King Jong-un. Oh, yeah, because they're fantastic fucking people, yeah? Mate, get ready to live under communist fucking regime, because that's the way America's going. I'm telling
We didn't live in a communist regime the 4 years he was in. Prices were low. The economy was doing great.
So
unfortunately, COVID happened.
When Trump says he's going to go after TV networks, like if you're against him, he's going to go after you, yeah? He's going to have you arrested. He's going to call the fucking National Guard on your ass, yeah? And not just political people, you yourself. You go against him and you kick up a big stick.
What do you think the other side's been doing this whole time?
He's going to come after you, mate.
What do you think the other side's been doing this whole time?
Mate, you're tripping
They
just seriously.
They tried to get him on charges that were covered by the Constitution as him being president at the time.
Look,
which falls under presidential authority, which they're not allowed to charge him with. But you have to still try to charge. Some of the charges that they charged him with in New York were actually out of the amount of time that they had to charge him for it. They only had so many years to charge him with that crime. It was way past that point, and they still tried to charge him.
What has Trump got in like policy? You know, for
people want to bring up the bankrupt thing. He's bankrupted companies. You know, out of 500 companies, he's only had 5 companies bankrupted. I would say that's a pretty good margin. Matter of fact, Donald's the one. Donald's the one that actually looked up that information.
How can you bankrupt a fucking casino?
Who's to say it wasn't on purpose? Companies bankrupt each other all the time on purpose. There could have been a reason behind it.
Yeah, criminal
reason. Business reason. Business reason.
Criminal reasons.
Companies will try to bankrupt each other all the time.
It's a criminal reason. That's right. So you don't
Who's
pay
to say it was criminal, though?
It was. It's to avoid taxes. That's all it is, yeah? So you avoid taxes. What are you? A criminal.
Nobody's going to throw the Constitution out the window, Dan. That's not going to happen.
Oh,
Come
Trump
on,
will.
bro. You sound like you've been watching CNN for real.
Trump's going to throw your Constitution. He's going to piss shit and fucking walk all over it. Yeah? I'm telling you, you just don't see it, mate. You're going to end up. Listen to what? Listen to how Trump speaks.
Why are all the people that are hardcore
give a shit about you? You're
okay,
lucky.
Why are
fuck about you people? Yeah.
Why
Trump
are all the people that are hard constitutionalists backing him?
Anyway, go back to your fucking what is it? Your tariffs. Yeah. If he puts tariffs in, yous are all fucked. Yeah. Get ready to pay money out of your money. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you think. Okay. That's what you think. And then you got Elon Musk is getting involved. Elon Musk actually thinks you all need to suffer, right, for you to come good. Now, people are going to die because of that, yeah? You do realize that, yeah?
No.
And regardless, you listen to Trump and you listen to Kamala, mate, if you can't, right, understand the difference, your brain's fucking fried. No one with common sense, how can you listen to Trump? He's got nothing. He's got no policy.
Literally spewing all the mainstream media stuff.
Hang on, concepts of a plan. No, I listen to the truth and people that have got facts.
No, I have looked this stuff up straight from the government offices.
An interview, you know why? He'll get fucking fact checked. Yeah, the dribble that comes out of his mouth will get fact checked. Yeah, You can fact check Kamala as much as you like. She's got nothing to hide. Come on, use your fucking brain, yeah? Seriously.
Dude, I have. She has been fact checked, dude. I've read documents from federal agencies that have
And
completely
you read
disproved
Project
what she said.
2025? Have you read Project
He
2025?
doesn't support Project
He
2025.
doesn't support. All right, so what's his
Mars,
fucking
you're
thing? then?
literally
He's got nothing.
Mars, you're literally spewing everything that the mainstream media tells you. You literally sound like you've been watching nothing but CNN.
No, I don't watch
I
CNN.
don't watch mainstream media at all. I go out and find facts. I watch independent news media.
Yeah, so do I. It's called Midas Touch. Go and have a look, yeah? Go and have a look.
Doesn't
I don't follow fucking CNN.
Doesn't
I
sound
follow
like an independent media.
lawyers. What's his name? Michael Cohen, yeah? You know who Michael Cohen is, yeah? He was Trump's fucking best fucking thing. And because now all the shit's hit the fan because of the prostitute and the payout, Michael Cohen is the fucking worst, and he's going and he's suing Michael Cohen. Really? Who? Come on. You've got fucking rocks in your head if you think Trump's going to make America great.
So you're saying I'm an idiot? Is
Trump
what you're saying?
Hey?
No, I'm asking you. You're saying I'm an idiot. Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not calling you
I
idiot.
literally watch political shit all day, every day. I look up stuff.
You just have to listen to shit comes out of Trump's mouth, right? And
I
listen
don't
to
care.
actual normal human beings. Yeah?
You're talking about I should listen to somebody that talks like a robot politician, like every other politician. Just because he doesn't talk like a normal politician doesn't make him a bad guy. I would rather somebody talk to me like you're talking to me now than talk to me like a fucking robot reading off a
but
teleprompter.
he doesn't give you the fucking truth, though, Justin.
Like I said, I've researched
and you can prove him wrong.
If somebody says, okay, this Trump's being accused of this certain thing because this document said this, I'll go look up that document and read it.
Yep.
I don't just take what the media tells me.
Correct. This is what
I'm saying. But everything that you're telling me sounds exactly like the mainstream media, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't watch mainstream media because they twist shit.
Of course,
all the time.
Company twist shit. Go and watch Fox.
You sound like you sound like you're
Fox won't even tell you.
I don't watch Fox. I don't watch CNN because they're all bullshit.
They're all bullshit. Well, one of them's got to be fucking somewhere.
No, because it's gone from being a independent, non-biased media to now every media has a political agenda. So when somebody has a political agenda, you don't get the facts. So when I do see a CNN story and it says, "Oh, this, and this," I'll go research it and try to find out whether it's bullshit. And 90% of the time, what they're telling you, they're leaving out certain pieces.
Right, tell me this: is this bullshit? When Kamala said she's going to give $25,000 for small businesses to help them start a small business, is that true or false?
Since they've been promising that since the first year they were in office, I would say false. Because that's never come to fruition.
She'll do that, though. She'll do that, right?
And all that's going to do is cause inflation. You can't give free money out. Somebody's got to pay for that.
Over here, right? I can get a loan.
Why do banks give you loans? Because you pay back with interest. They make money off of you.
Of course they do. A government loan is different. Interest.
But what I'm saying is you can't just give out free money and expect.
Well, it's not free. They'll make money out of that. So
I mean, that's why the economy.
So what, you don't want to help small businesses? You don't want to help small businesses?
This is why there was a small hiccup in inflation at the end of.
So better to charge the rich less tax?
I will say there was a small hike in inflation at the end of Trump's thing, but that was only because we were giving out tons of free money to people. And whenever you do that, it causes inflation. You can't just go around to the country and keep giving people $10,000 or $5,000 every 6 months and expect it not to cause some kind of inflation because it causes prices to hike.
It won't be like that. Not, once you get your payment, that's it. You get it. You're not going to get it again. Put it that way.
Yeah, but who has to pay for that? The taxpayer.
Of course.
which causes people to have to pay more in taxes. They spend
That's why
less.
I said that's what you're going to end up
That
paying.
hurts the economy.
Trump wants to do the tariff thing. Mate, you're going to pay for it. I'm telling you now, you're going to pay for it.
Shit, we're gonna see cats. Where's my link? I'm coming into this. Justin, read the chats all the way at the top in the chat.
I
Hold on.
think it was. At least I saw it up there, anyways.
The link, yeah, it was all the way at the top of the chat. But you might not be able to scroll all the way to the top, so you might not be able to get to it.
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
don't
Oh yeah.
just the way that Trump talks, it's Jesus Christ, mate. Half the time I don't even know what he's on about. Like he goes from this to this, and he calls this, what is it, the fucking, what's he call it? Fucking, I don't know, some fucking stupid word. There he goes on about this guy, but I get back to around.
And then tell me why is it that Kamala hasn't done shit with the border? Listen, Kamala got. Here's another instance for you. Kamala got put in charge of the border crisis.
Yep.
She's been on it for over 3 years now. And why is it in the last 2 months she decided to re-implement
Look, I
Trump
don't know.
policy, error policy?
Trump says
because she's trying to make the border look better than it is right before the election.
But how can Trump call her dumb, right, and like non-educated? Do you know what job she's done? Yeah,
because she's
fucking very educated. She's a very smart woman. She's not a dumb woman.
She's a DEI candidate.
She was a fucking prosecutor. She put fucking a lot of dickheads in jail. Yeah?
Okay, but she's a DEI candidate.
So she's not like,
she got
stupid,
put there because of her. No, she got put in her position because of her race at the end of the day. That's called a DEI candidate.
But she's not a stupid person, though. Yeah? Definitely not. She's educated, but Trump thinks she's not. That's what I mean. The shit that comes out of his mouth, like, mate, really, you got to bring petty, like, he's worse than a child. And anyway, lately I've been watching, and they've actually been honing in on his fucked up leg, yeah? So somewhere he's had a stroke, yeah? He's had a stroke somewhere. You watch carefully. Watch how he walks, yeah? And he won't provide medical records, right? So yous are going to vote for him. He's not even going to.
I don't care about his medical records. What does that have to do with me?
Of course not. Why? Why would you care about his medical records? Yeah. But when you find out he's
none of my
incompetent,
business.
you're not going to want him to run your country when you find out he's incompetent, right? Or would you? So
I'm
you're going to vote
by the 4 years he was in.
Yeah, but answer me question though. If you found
And
out,
then
would
if
you
they
want
found
him?
out he was incompetent, I'd be fine with Vance taking over.
Oh God, Vance! Oh Jesus Christ!
Vance is extremely intelligent.
Vance is a fucking dumbass.
No, he's not.
Oh yes, he is.
Why is he a dumbass?
He's a dumbass that's got a very
He's
smart
a
mouth.
veteran that worked his way up to the top from nothing.
From nothing, yeah. He must have
He
sucked.
came from a poor
long
family
time.
with a mom that was an alcoholic.
Yeah, he
He
doesn't
went in
talk
the
like
military.
that. He don't talk
He's
like that.
told the story. He became, his mom was an alcoholic. He went in the military, became a veteran from being in the military, and worked his way up through the government.
Hi, is this a show where we pop up and talk about religion?
Yeah. Espiritu Santos.
Well, it sounds I don't know. I think I'll put in that there's bad choices either side, but you kind of have to don't look at what they're saying, look at what they've done.
Look at what's best for your country.
Look at what they've. You know what? Everybody says what's best for their.
Just remember, Biden walked away. You know why? For the love of his country.
No, he got pushed out. Kamala and them pushed him out.
Yeah, but it was still his decision.
They pushed him out. It was either
you don't
save face. Oh yeah, we do.
It was his time. It was his time. But at least he acknowledged, hey, my time's done and dusted. Someone else should take over.
Of course he's going to
try to give him credit for doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
you get pushed out. You get pushed out. You're going to try and save face. Of course you
Trump will never do that. If they try to push Trump out and JD Vance takes over, do you think that will happen? No.
By the Constitution, yes, he would take over because he'd be.
Oh
the
yeah, but
acting
he's
vice
saying
president.
That's what I'm saying. But would Trump walk away like Biden? No. No fucking way. No, Trump will do that.
Trump would probably try and
You
fight.
know that.
If they tried to push him out like they pushed Biden out, yeah, Trump would probably try and fight. He'd probably call him out on the bullshit. Dan, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Dano.
He's looking very
Come on, let it out, Dan. Let it out. Yeah.
I've been listening, man. I've been entertained as hell. Because to be honest with you, I don't like any of our candidates. I'm going to be 100 with you, but I also know that one of them is a puppet and the other one's a fucking dictator. There's no way around it. The way that both of them act is goofy as fuck to me. But there's just things you can't get past with Trump. You just can't. You can't unsee him. They can't unbe done. It's his personality. It's his demeanor. It's the way he carries himself. It's the things that he does. All read out as dictator. There are just things that he does that is not presidential. And
I just don't see that.
Wait. Let's give a few examples. Hold on. Let's give a few examples. I listened to everybody talk for a while now. Give me a second. Give a few examples here, okay? So whenever I would watch it doesn't matter what rally these people are at. If they're at Kamala's rally or Obama's rally, whatever. Anybody in the crowd, let's just say a heckler shows up, right? A heckler comes and just starts yelling things, okay? There's such a massive difference in the way it is handled that tells me everything I need to know about how the person reacts and the way they do things. Trump, in essence, is a bully in the way he handles it versus Obama or Kamala.
Oh, yeah,
there are things he'll be like, take that person outside and beat the crap out of them. Like that's bully shit, dude.
He's never said that.
100, dude. Justin,
I've seen all the video clips of him saying.
There is one clip.
I'm going to send you that, Justin, and I don't want you to dispute that because it is fact. He said it. It happened. He did it. Okay.
One clip.
After that, he stopped doing that because he realized, I probably shouldn't talk like this or I'm going to get in trouble. The problem is that demeanor has carried into everything else that he has done. If you backstab Trump or all of a sudden you change sides regardless of what it is that you're involved in with Trump, if you don't back this man anymore, you immediately become his bad side.
Yep.
You are put in the category of enemy.
And if you back him, he's instantly your friend.
Instantly your friend.
Yeah.
These are all 100% signs of dictatorship. Correct. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I will raise one question. One.
Go ahead.
Thought with that. Yes, he talks. Everything that you're talking about is the way he talks. I look at what did he do?
I'm not. No,
he was in office for 4 years and he wasn't a dictator.
I will concur with that. However, I don't think he was given enough time to do what he wanted to do. This is where it comes back to him getting removed from office, right? Voted out. I think if he had had the full 8 years, we would have had a radically different turnout on how all of these events.
This is speculation.
On Taiwan,
You're speculating based on your feelings about the way he talks and not on his policy.
However, am I? Because when the January 1st, right, or January 6th takeover happened, right, that was a very good sign of how he was going to handle that 8 years from now. The things he did and said on the podium that made those people go down there and react.
He didn't make anybody do anything. He said, "Go down there."
He didn't influence him in any kind of way.
It was 100%
he said, "Go down there and protest peacefully." He said that.
Yeah, you guys are treating him like a Svengali, like he could mesmerize people, and that's not true.
I mean, that's what he's done.
Treating him like a fucking spoiled child, right? A sore fucking loser. That's what he is. Yeah. If he was a half decent human being,
all right, you're reacting emotionally. You're reacting emotionally.
Fucking oath I am because he's a fucking loser. Wipe
But
out
listen,
the roses, man.
if you want to look at January 6th, look at our Constitution. Our Constitution says that if you feel like the government is not doing what you're doing as a people, you have every right to overthrow the government. If those 200, 300,000 people felt like that was what they were doing, then so be it. It's in our fucking Constitution.
I think January 6th.
So what happened to the
January 6th
protest?
I think January 6th was a bad thing. I think those people were wrong.
I also agree with that.
That's what they were.
I don't think it was the worst thing since
Should never have
9/11. I don't think it was almost a disruption of. I don't think
What
it was
about
almost a
all
breakdown of our democracy. I don't think it was any of that. I also don't think he was directly responsible. I don't think. I think.
I'm not saying that he was, and this is where I want you to understand, Don. I'm saying there was definitely.
But you're saying he isn't
influence.
presidential because of the actions the other people took.
I'm saying the way that he carries himself and does things is not presidential. I would not want my child to look at this person and be like, that is who.
I agree. He is rude. I think he is a dumbass dick. I think I don't like him. I think on policy, I would have to side with the policies. And here's the thing.
Policies. He's got no policies. He's got concepts of a plan. What are you talking about?
What about the? What about the?
Alex Kamala's got policies. Yeah, you can't deny that. Yeah,
he was in office for 4 years, correct?
What's
that? For America, he couldn't even build a fucking wall.
Okay, but he did have remain in Mexico.
Oh, he couldn't finish building a fucking wall. Yeah,
yeah, he
because Biden stopped it the first day he was in office.
But he was in power for 4 years. He had 4 years to fix a fucking wall. He couldn't do it.
He did 600 miles of it. You're talking about a 2,000 mile long border.
Yeah, well, guess what? He shouldn't have said.
Miles of it.
Well, he shouldn't have said, "I'll fix the fucking wall."
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? He worked towards,
and he actually still thinks he fixed it. When he knows
remain in Mexico.
He did.
Remain in Mexico was a successful policy.
And he did 600 miles of wall. He didn't get to finish it because his presidency term ended, and Biden ended it the first day he was in office.
The walls are useful, and you're not going to put a wall all the way across the border, but it does slow down the illegal crossings. Do you like children being trafficked into sex?
And why does everybody concentrate on January 6th? What about all the stupid fucking riots that were allowed to go on for months and months and months?
I'm not
looking crackhead.
Okay,
I'm not dismissing any of that. All that happened.
Dan, the way you feel about those riots is probably the same way I feel about January 6th. It sucks.
Don't mention sex and fucking children, right? Because Trump is a fucking low-life scumbag. Yeah, you do know he's best mates with Epstein. Yeah, do you know what Epstein was doing? There's actual proof, right? Luke Beasley, go and look him up. Yeah, there is fucking proof that Trump. Just go and look it up. I'm not going to say what. You look it up for yourself. Do your own homework. Yeah. If you think,
you know how many rich people were friends with Epstein because Epstein was a billionaire. Of course, he's going to run elbows with them.
Instead of yelling, could you talk?
No, because you're pissed. Don't say fucking sex and children. You're off your fucking head.
What?
Yeah. Trump's a fucking pedophile.
What I'm saying is that rubbed elbows with a lot of billionaires and a lot of rich
people. Where the girl retracted the statement and it was not corroborated. It was an accusation that was then retracted. It was an accusation that was then retracted. You know what? That's not proof. There is proof of children being sex trafficked along the southern border.
There's over 300,000 children missing.
So don't you think it's a good thing to vet people coming in? Try and stem the flow of illegal immigrants and asylum seekers.
Really? Illegal immigrants
remain in Mexico.
Who built your fucking country, dickhead? What, you think Americans built your country?
Why
it was fucking all the imported people that come and built your country. Wake up.
Why would you call me a dickhead? Be polite.
Because you're being a dickhead.
Be polite.
You actually think.
Oh, I prefer not to see children.
Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about fucking immigrants. America.
Do you know
America's success was built
along the southern border?
Immigrants, wasn't it?
Do you know about the sex trafficking on the southern border? Huh? Do you know anything about the sex trafficking on the southern border?
I don't give a fuck about your sex trafficking.
That's right. You don't care about children. I got it.
I don't care about children. No, I don't give a fuck about you because you're a dumbass. Yeah.
What are you talking
I seem to be
about?
more educated about the situation than you are.
Who built your country?
Lots of
everybody was an immigrant.
That's right. That's right. But now you don't want immigrants. You're fucking hypocrite.
No, we want legal immigrants.
I never said I didn't want immigrants.
We want legal
Why
immigrants.
do you have to lie about my position?
Legal. So you think legal immigrants just, didn't come into America?
How do you vet people from a third world country where they don't keep records on people?
It is difficult to sway the overall. Hold on. It is difficult to sway the overall opinion of what legal and illegal is, because technically we were illegal when we came here and took over the country. So it's like,
yes, but we're not living in that time anymore.
I get it. I'm just saying, I'm a person of fact. This is how I operate, man.
1/16 of me wasn't, so.
I operate on the logic of fact. I enter into politics the same way I would enter into a courtroom if it's safe. You can't present me with actual factual things, and I don't want to hear about it because, as you said, Don, it's hearsay, and I don't like hearsay. Hearsay is just mumbly dumbly stuff. Unless you could present me with something that is adequately fact, that I can hone in on, there is proof of this. It's hard for me to have a debate with anybody because then it's just your opinion that you're claiming.
Tim says that, or I think Tim says he's in the backstage.
Tim said,
that's what I'm saying, and that's what I've been saying, Dan. Fact check Trump. Yeah,
fact check.
You won't go because he won't let you. Yeah. So guess what that means?
Yeah, you can.
Not a good person.
Yeah, you can fact check him.
Yeah, but he won't face fact checks. Yeah, he runs from fact checks. Yeah. Where was the last one? There was supposed to be another debate with Camilla. He didn't do it. Why? Because he was going to get fucking fact checked.
Can you all fucking hear me?
Yeah.
I gotta say one fucking thing. We were all fucking immigrants of America. Ask the fucking American Indians.
That's what I said.
1/16 here, so
fucking true meaning of fucking Thanksgiving. It was a fucking bloodbath.
That's what I said. We technically are all not supposed to be here unless you're a fucking Native American, man.
Actually,
country.
That's not historically accurate.
I was going to say there is, but
there were brutal tribes, and the tribes that they were brutalizing welcomed the Europeans in to help them fight against the brutality of the other tribes.
Correct.
That's true. That's written down. But the fucking
so it wasn't like the white man came in and just started willy-nilly shooting guns and spreading diseases to
Iron Maiden.
In fact, we didn't know anything about disease.
Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills. Listen to that fucking song. Listen to that song.
I'm not gonna rely on Iron Maiden for political advice.
Oh, kiss my ass. It was a good but it tells the truth of Thanksgiving. Fucking Day. That's the Thanksgiving Day fucking massacre. That's the real thing.
You got Mars over here who's dead set on Trump is just evil. And I'm going to be, if I'm being honest, you don't get to where Trump's position is in life by not rolling over the top of a bunch of unfortunate people. That's how he got where he is. Okay? He took advantage of a lot of people throughout the years to get where he's at.
A lot of people off, yeah.
And I think none of us are stupid. We can all see that for what it is. But does he solve problems? And this is where Justin is going to like where I'm heading with this. Because the fact of the matter is, Trump does solve certain things that other presidents have put off, right? And not wanted to address. But I think he only is doing a percentage of what he thinks will make his overall value and opinion of him grow bigger.
Oh, yeah. Trump wants to be loved.
Exactly. So his focus is only on lowering gas prices and trying to, make China have these demands and
okay, I'm voting for him already. Quit selling them.
But my point is, like, he's only going after what he thinks is going to grow the brand for himself.
Yeah, and
and that's it. Kamala's not.
Every politician is doing the exact same thing. They're doing it with different pictures on their faces, but they're all doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, this is why I used to love. I don't know if you watch Robin Williams. I used to love watching Robin Williams. He was super politically based, but he always had this great idea of all the politicians should just have to wear NASCAR jackets with all their branding on them that they're being supported by. I think that should be an actual realistic thing. I think we need that. That way you can see big pharmaceutical branded on their jag. Oh, now I know why they fucking voted that way. You know, I think that should be a thing that needs to be implemented. I think anybody that is financially backing them, they should have to represent their brand on some form of clothing that they're wearing, or you know what I'm saying.
What's going to happen if Trump wipes out Obamacare? Like, that's not good for you people over there.
Well, I don't think he can. I don't think he can wipe it out.
He can't do that. That would have to go through legislation.
But Trump said there's not going to be a.
He says a lot of shit, but
what? No, not him. The other one, the other man. What is he like? I don't know. He was on. I seen him the other day. Someone else that's taking over that role of that job. I don't know.
JD Vance?
No, not Vance. There's another guy, some secretary or something. I don't know. But according to him, it's going to happen. I don't want
that needs to go through Congress.
They all
said it. They're going to abolish Obamacare and Medicare or something, and they're going to do some new plan. And that's where Elon Musk jumped in. Elon Musk said, "Yes, we all must suffer, so we become better." Jesus,
why are they going to?
I have a question.
People are going to die because of that.
I have a question. You just said they're going to replace Obamacare with a different plan. What's the other plan?
Ask Trump. He won't tell. This is what I'm fucking trying to say. At least
okay. So you're angry. You don't know what the other plan is, and you're angry. You're assuming that it's going to be. You're assuming it would be worse than what is there now.
He's got no plan.
Obamacare sucks anyway. When I called to get insurance for me and Sarah, they wanted $1,200 a month. How the fuck is that affordable?
It's hard for me to argue with this one because Obamacare did save my life, essentially, when I was going through all my health stuff. So I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Without it, people are going to die. And Trump hasn't even got, like, he can't tell you what he planned. He should be able to tell you, as a fucking president, look, we're going to wipe out Obama. We're going to do this, 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 and that. He doesn't say this, 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 and that. He just says we're going to wipe it out. He's got no concepts of it.
Come on, the same thing though. Come on,
like Dan said, show me the fucking facts. Show me what you're going to. It should be written down. Everyone, even our prime ministers, if they haven't got shit written down, no one's going to fucking vote for them.
Come on, doing the same thing. She's saying, I'll do this, but she doesn't say how.
But at least fucking something to show the people. Yeah.
But Mars, they did ask him openly, and he said he doesn't have anything to replace it with yet. So he already agreed. He said he wants to, and he's going to. He just doesn't have it yet. And that's, I think most of them are sitting in that position right now. They don't know what to replace it with. They haven't figured out a better system yet.
Right.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
And if there's a better system figured out, don't you think
about this plan? I don't know. The 4 years he was in power, plus the 4 years that have gone by. So that's 8 years. He still hasn't got a plan. Really? Come on. Who's he fucking hiring to work for him? Dumbasses. You get what I'm saying? You can't run a country like that, man. You got to have smart people fucking doing this shit for you, even if you don't as fucking president. There has to be something written, written on paper. So you know,
Mars.
Yo,
why are you worrying about fucking American politics anyway?
Because it affects us. That affects us.
5 years down the fucking road, but not now.
Yeah, that'll affect it. I don't want to go for a recession because of some dickhead fucking idiot called Trump.
Oh,
he's going to fucking screw America. As soon as he puts tariffs in, yous are going to pay extra. It's going to affect us.
Oh, you don't want do we not have tariffs right now? Do you think
because allies are
we already have tariffs?
All right. Do you think tariffs are not
used? Did they work? No. Right? Tariffs in, he's going to charge China.
Do you think
yous are going to pay for it via your taxes?
Do you think
no?
Do you think we don't use tariffs right now?
Mars, there are a lot of tariffs.
Countries don't use tariffs right now. Tariffs are a negotiating tactic.
Look what Biden did for us.
Tariffs are a negotiating tactic. That's it.
Not just that. It's overall already. Look at it this way, Mars. It's already even affecting the drone community. Heck, you got Skydio now that works for the U.S. military. They can't even get parts now because of the tariffs that have gone into effect with China. So now their military contracts been put on hold because a lot of the stuff they were getting, they can't get anymore.
The tariffs in China, we got them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tariffs do good things in certain senses. Like when they were trying to open that Chinese car plant in Mexico, there was tariffs that were threatened against it, and they ended up not going through with it. because they didn't want it to affect the American car manufacturing.
We got
Because they didn't
tariffs
want
with
it our,
New Zealand, Fiji.
they didn't want the
Bali.
U.S. to get flooded with cheap ass Chinese vehicles.
The biggest threat to our economy is not tariffs. The biggest threat is a fiat currency that is not backed by anything solid, and having zero lending reserves right now.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Got on gold standard a long time ago,
Yeah.
man. I don't even know what.
And you can watch, but we were off that. We were still on a fractional lending. We still did fractional lending, and once they dropped that rate down to zero, lending cost nothing, and that's how they flooded our currency, or flooded our market with money, and that's why we have so much debt in the U.S. because loans were cheap; they were nothing, and money was you could just print. And when they say print money, it's not that they're actually printing dollar bills out somewhere. It's banks have to keep they can loan out a certain fraction of what they have in reserve, right?
Sure.
So if they have $1 million, they can loan out, let's say if they were on 10%, which they're not, they can loan out $10 million and keep that 10% in reserve. They dropped that to zero. So banks they did not have to keep any actual currency on reserve, which flooded the market with basically all this extra money in the form of loans.
Yeah.
And you can watch the inflation rate skyrocket at that point.
Oh, it's interesting. Have you ever heard rich people talk about how they stay rich? They don't spend their money; they spend your money.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. How rich people get rich is they don't spend money.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and what they do is
you know the best way for you to gain wealth? Don't spend money.
Save.
That's how you can have upward mobility. Is don't waste your money on stupid shit.
Oh fuck.
If the rich don't spend money, you would probably not be alive.
You'd be poor too.
You don't look after the rich, the poor suffer even more.
That's what makes money, and that's why we're all peasants.
But then again, I've never had a job from a poor man.
Not me either.
That's true.
So you want to have the rich invest their money back into the economy, right?
Correct.
Right. If they keep it not digital, they're trying to change everything to fucking digital.
So
now.
if you want the rich people to invest their money and keep their money in the U.S. market, do you think you'd be better served by increasing their taxes or decreasing their taxes?
Increasing them, because
increasing would make them move their money offshore.
Yeah,
I'll see y'all
decreasing
tomorrow.
actually makes them bring it back.
The rich need to be taxed more, right? But according to what most of Americans think, that if we tax the rich more, they're not going to spend money. Really? So what? They're going to close their business? No, 1 cent? Mate, come on, that's not to believe. They're going to keep spending money, and they're going to keep spending more and fucking more. Guess what? The rich are rich for a reason. That's why they're rich, because they spent money and built wealth, right?
Yeah, but it's just like companies. If you offer low taxes on companies, you'll get companies want to move in. If you do high taxes, they're going to want to move
If you tax a company more and more, you are increasing their overhead. And they're going to move where they can get lower overhead. They're going to move into business where they can get lower overhead, correct?
It depends on the
That's
percentage.
why most of our stuff ended up being handed off to China.
Yep.
When you're talking
slave labor,
right? We're not talking someone that makes $1 million a year, yeah? We're not talking about those kind of people. We're talking about multimillionaires, yeah?
We're talking about everybody.
So you charge them extra tax, they're not even going to fucking notice it.
Even small businesses, they're not going to want to.
Here's the thing. I've heard this argument before.
The thing is, when you do charge the rich the tax, the poor gain from that, right?
Okay. No, not always. It moves to different people. But I've heard this argument before. You're not. This tax isn't going to affect you, so why should you care? Why don't we just go ahead and tax him? Because it's not going to affect the little guy, right? I've heard that argument before, but as a moral person, I have to call out something that is wrong, regardless of whether it affects me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And I can't see attacking somebody because they have wealth.
They did something right. That's why they got wealth.
You used to admire a successful person. Now we vilify them.
Why is that? Why is that? It happens every day. Because we're the lower class or medium class. I would say medium class. Oh, I am. I don't.
Middle class.
I think a lot of that is stress and anxiety that puts people in that mind frame. They're tired of being just exhausted all the time, and then they turn on the TV and they watch these happy rich people having this grandeur life of just greatness, and then they sit there and they wallow in their self-pity of just frustration that they can't have the same thing.
Well, you know how to be happy? Turn off that bullshit.
I am happy. That's why I don't want to drive.
But what I'm saying is,
Twitter.
like your average,
and I'm happy, but bye.
but like your average stockbrokers, take for example, right back in the 60s, 70s,
I'm low class too, Drone Days.
barely made any money. Once the 80s hit, that's when they all started becoming multimillionaires.
Because they invested. It's the only way that they fucking became millionaires. They invested in good shit that was gonna.
So you charge the rich a bit more tax. You charge the lower fucking poor people less tax. Shouldn't that be like the way it should go?
Yeah, that
Like,
already
so,
happens.
you know,
that's how it already is. Here in the U.S., that's how it already is.
Not according to Trump.
What?
It is. It is.
Not according to Trump. He
I
doesn't
don't
want to
know.
charge the rich taxes. He wants to
No.
lower the taxes for the rich. Yeah.
Right
Hello?
now the rich pay
You know,
all
so
the
he
taxes.
can make more money. Hello.
No, right now the rich pay all the taxes.
And Trump isn't rich anyway. He's going to lose everything, I reckon.
The bottom 50% don't pay any taxes here in the U.S.
What do you mean don't pay taxes?
The bottom 50% of U.S.
what
citizens,
age?
the bottom
What?
50% of U.S. citizens do not contribute into the tax system. They receive more than they put in.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
What?
Okay,
Yeah,
you don't know. You
because-
don't know it. That I'm just telling you. That's true.
I can prove your point right now, Donald. Take me for example.
You've heard that the rich don't pay their fair share, but the rich are paying the majority.
Well, I can prove that point right now, Donald, from my own personal experience. I have 3 kids. I might pay maybe $2,000 in taxes a year across the whole 12 months of my paycheck.
Yeah.
But they'll end up giving me $8,000 or $9,000 back at the end of the year because I have 3 children.
Now, Mars, you probably never heard that, have you? That the rich
That's
pay
what
that much.
that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, you
Is
probably
I
never
like-
heard that the rich pay that much in tax, right?
No. No, I know they pay tax, right? Look,
But you
whatever it
probably,
is,
you probably
right?
never heard that the bottom 50% take
No.
more out of the tax system than the. Yeah, you probably never heard that, right?
No, I can't believe someone goes to work, whatever bracket they're in. Everyone pays taxes, don't they?
Right,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is I pay.
And they get it
I
back at
can
the end of the
pay-
year.
Not all of it.
They ta-
Not all of it. You don't get all of your
yeah.
tax.
The all
Wow,
of our tax-
oh,
we
it's
can look.
obviously way different there than it is here. No, I'm sorry, here.
Can y'all hear me?
Tax brackets.
Work a year, put in your tax. You're not going to get
Can you-
all your tax back.
Can you all hear
go
me?
back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to prove Donald's point. I only pay, say, I pay $1,500 throughout the whole year. I might pay $100 and some out of each paycheck, right? So,
Yeah, you-
say it's
but-
$1,200 a year. I get $9,000 back every year because of my 3 kids.
Right.
That's what
What
he's talking about. I only pay in like $1,200.
Okay. Not everyone's got children. Right?
But a lot of people do. That's what he's talking about. A lot of the 50% is people with
Okay.
kids.
I was
Oh,
wrong. I was
about-
wrong.
Yeah, because I'm
I was
thinking,
wrong. The
nah,
top
everyone
50,
pays
the
taxes.
top 50% of earners contributed 97.7% of federal income tax revenue. So I was wrong.
But yes, I get more. than I
But
pay.
it is still 97.7% is paid by the top 50%.
But I pay more.
I pay $15,000 in tax and get about $3,000 back every year.
I get more back than I put in every year.
I fucking
Because
wish.
See, that's
if
what
you were over here and you had kids that were under 18, it would be the same thing.
See?
When you
Nah,
when
even
you
here,
claim,
trust me, I've paid taxes, mate. I didn't get all my tax back because I had 3 children.
well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
you're
over
not-
here
you-
you
I
do
wish I
though.
did.
That's
wish
what I'm
I
telling you. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes
Yes.
to U.S. taxes.
Yeah, it's over,
Over
there.
here, I get a
So-
$2,500 tax credit for each one of my children every year, and
When
I
was
only
in the
put in
States- when
a
I was
quarter
in
of
the
that.
States, I didn't get that shit. So what happened from then to now? That was 21 years ago. I didn't get
I'm
that shit.
telling you, ever since I've had kids, I have gotten way more back than I've ever put in.
I didn't get that when I was over there.
I get $2,500 per child every year. That's three.
No,
That's what.
No, I'm sorry. I'll redo
$500
that.
I get back.
I got $1,500 every year for my children. I had 2.
So I get $7,500 back every year from my kids.
Well,
And then that doesn't include what me and Sarah get back for each other. So we'll get another probably $800-900 back between the two of us.
Fuck,
All
I'll
right,
go back home.
all right, if they were to charge more tax to the rich, how would that affect, like America?
If they charged more taxes to the rich,
Yeah.
more
They
than
would
they're
just
already
move
paying.
their money.
Yeah.
That okay? Anything that they could ship offshore, they would ship offshore.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have to pay taxes,
Yeah.
and
So
that
that's
takes
what they
money
would
out of
do.
the U.S. economy.
Right. So, in other words, they're criminals.
No.
No, it's legal.
Why would that be
ship your
criminal?
stuff- Why ship your stuff offshore? Keep it in America, yeah?
But it's legal, so
But
they'll do
but
that.
why would they pay more than
It's legal.
what they
It's
had
a
to
loophole.
legally? A loophole
It's a
is just
loophole.
a law that you don't like. There's no such thing as a loophole. A loophole is
It's a
just a law
gray
you don't
area.
like.
It's
No,
a
there's no
gray
gray
area.
area. There is no
It's a
gray area in
loophole.
law. A loophole
It's
is
a
a law that
loophole.
you,
Say you pay less taxes. That's why the rich do that. Isn't that true?
the rich don't pay less taxes. I just told you they pay the majority of
If they
taxes.
ship their shit offshore, they're not paying taxes, are they?
They're
Right,
paying
so
the
there's no-
majority of
It's a
taxes.
loophole, isn't it?
They got
No,
no.
there's
They
n-
got to. They
No,
got
they
to.
would they would
They're
shift their
offshore,
company
they got
offshore,
to.
and they would lose manufacturing and stuff because they would
Yeah.
ship the business offshore
They
and
got
earn the
to pay
money
taxes.
elsewhere. They would
Mhm.
generate that revenue elsewhere. They're not going to shut down their business. They're going to move their business where they have less liability, less overhead.
Right.
Well, if that's
That's
the
just-
case, all right. If that's the case, why doesn't everyone just fucking ship everything to China? Because over there, you don't
They
have to pay
have.
tax. There's no copyright
How
laws.
much manufacturing has shipped over to
Rip
China because
anyone
they pay
else.
slave wages?
You can rip anyone else. Rip anyone off. Take their idea. There's nothing. You
Okay,
can do.
then you are really arguing from a place of ignorance because most of our production has gone overseas.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So Mars, most
That's what I'm
here's
saying.
a-
Be in
well,
America.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
car companies like
Yeah, they tried to. They were trying to ship manufacturing of vehicles down to Mexico,
Oh.
and Trump used a threat of tariffs on that company to keep the manufacturing in the U.S. He didn't impose the tariffs, but he used the threat of the tariff.
We
keep
can
And he did the
manufacturing.
same thing to keep the Chinese vehicles out of the U.S.
was-
that would have killed U.S. sales
And
on
that
U.S.
and that kept
manufactured
U.S.
cars.
people
And-
employed.
and I got
He
a
was going to hire the tariffs.
I've got a legit question here. When Trump was in power, there's so many car companies that closed down over there. Biden's reopened
No.
those companies, hasn't he?
No, they were already closed.
No,
Presidents can't reopen or close companies.
No, the companies had already moved a lot of their manufacturing to Canada and Mexico back in
So
probably the
something-
early 2000s.
something doesn't make
90s.
sense.
90s.
Because like a lot of American cars are still manufactured up in Canada. There's still
Yeah.
quite a few of them.
We
You
got a
can
lot
actually
in
tell by the
Australia. We got a lot in Australia too. They're manufacturing American cars here, but they closed down the Chevrolet.
Well, I mean,
well, that's
it's,
the reason Detroit went down the shitter.
it's our
Hold
own fault. Wait,
Hold
guys,
on.
it's our own fault though, because as a country, when we started building our society, we chose to be the auto industry as opposed to the large manufacturing industry of stuff that was given to China and Thailand and all these other countries. They were the innovative, cultures. It wasn't us. We were the city of automobiles. That was our country of automobiles. We were the auto industry. That's what we were. We weren't the industry at all. I think we only have one real state that produces stuff, and that's California. That's our big city of industry is California. Outside of that, we are like the entire U.S. was an auto industry, is what
What
we were.
about Detroit? Detroit, too, no?
I would argue in
I'm
the
listening.
late 60s, early 70s, Dallas, Texas Instruments.
Okay, well, I'm not saying there's not other big companies out there, but
We led the tech industry early on.
Yeah, you did.
you think so? You think we
Yeah.
outdid Japan?
Early on, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, tech industry
In the early
originated in the
days.
U.S. and got offshored.
We still lead the world in digital tech industry, because if you look at all the major operating systems around the globe, they're all American. Microsoft,
Yep.
Apple, Samsung, or Android. Those are all
I
American.
would agree with that, but the people designing those aren't normally American people. It might be a CEO owner.
Was.
It might be the Caucasian male, but the majority of people writing the scripting and doing all that stuff and designing the software are not American.
Now,
Chinese and Japanese.
He said now. Doug said now.
Now, I'm saying early on, we had the tech industry.
Well, let's go back. Well, because let's see, the first computer was designed. God, I just watched the movie about this too. Fucking, this is gonna bug the shit out of me.
Well, are you wanting to?
No, it was you know what I'm talking about, Don. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But I could have sworn the guy was German.
Yeah, there were some. There were developments there, but for consumer technology is what we're pretty much talking about, right?
You were talking about
I
Texas.
just meant industry itself. Like our whole country was built on autos.
Early tech industry was U.S.
Texas Instruments.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a little research then. But I feel listen, if you're being factual, I told you I'm open-minded. I take it.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with Donald on that one for sure.
But then again, it was, you know what?
It was.
It got offshored because we could use somebody else. We could use these other countries for their cheap labor.
Yes.
And
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're mad at ourselves that we did that. It makes no sense.
Right. So how do we fix it?
We reprimand the other countries and put them in their place.
Put them into place. Fuck off.
No, we slowly
We're like, we gave you the work and now we're mad about it, so we're going to put you in your place.
No, I mean we're slowly taking. I think what their ultimate goal, but I think what their ultimate goal is they're trying to slowly take it back because they are building chip manufacturing plants in the U.S. now.
Dan, we also had another industry that was king, and that was Hollywood. But if you've seen the stuff coming out of Korea and India, they're going to whoop our asses on entertainment, man.
It's interesting. I do watch a lot of the Bollywood stuff too, man. It's getting interesting.
Did you watch RRR?
No. I heard about it though. I heard it was actually pretty good.
Phenomenal.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Also, a great Korean movie that came out. I think it was probably about 12 years ago now. It was called The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, and it is a crazy. Yeah. It's a crazy Western style heist, train heist. Oh my gosh, it's a great movie.
I think but RRR, I heard about that. I'm gonna have to watch that. I heard it was pretty good.
It is great, and if you like Bollywood, they even have a dance breakdown in the middle of it, which is it is wonderful. And U.S. audiences hate it because they don't get it, but I love seeing it.
Yeah.
No, but I think we should slowly take it back, but it does need to be done over time. Like it can't just be ripped
of course it'll
like
be over time,
a,
and it won't look like it did.
You can't just
it'll never look like
a Band-Aid.
I just hate that we're making them look bad as we do it. Because technically we did give them the business. Now we're like, oh, somebody's got to take the fall here. Let's make the country look bad, even though we gave them the work.
Well, yeah. But if
the fairness factor here doesn't seem fair.
We have to make a choice though ourselves.
I know.
Yeah, we do. We use the cheap labor, and we've gone this far and had cheap products because they were using slave labor essentially. Yeah. Now, if we try and bring that country and say, okay, stop using slave labor, it's going to increase prices. It's going to increase our prices. Do we make that decision to increase prices on ourselves?
Well, in Chinese
labor.
Well, in Chinese
do we do the moral thing or no?
Well, in Chinese manufacturing
and if
has
we're gonna
been
do the
going
moral
up.
Thing, right? And if we're going to do the moral thing and pay more money for the goods being produced, why should we pay that money to our workers?
Well, and the Chinese manufacturing cost has been going up year by year. That's why a lot of companies are going to India and Mexico now. That's why Apple, one of the reasons why Apple left China, not to mention China extorted them for $500 million.
Didn't
Well-
the Chinese and the Irish did the railroads in America? So
Yes.
how can you blame them for most of the shit?
Well, dude, that's two different time periods that have nothing to do with each other.
Still, they fucking built the railroads.
Tim, yeah, and the immigrants that came over, the Chinese immigrants came over, went from working horrible conditions on the railroad to being some of the most successful people in America because of our system.
It is interesting. They were promised a lot, and then they were almost brought over here and slave labored to death. And then they got smart, and they were like, "We can run some shit in here."
You know, if you look at, they came through San Francisco, and if you look, you've all seen the chopstick font that you see on every Chinese menu. It's made up by an American font maker after the earthquake took down San Francisco. They were trying to rebuild, and so it was just some guy made the font and said this looks Chinese, and started building Chinatown with this Americanized font with these brush strokes, and it's the most racist font you could ever have because it has no basis in kanji. But the one thing that they did is when they were bringing immigrants over, they would stop them there and they would teach them recipes and say, okay, go out. You're going to come in the restaurant. You learn how to make these recipes. You learn how to cook this stuff. Go out in the U.S. and start your own restaurant. And that's why we have so many Chinese restaurants that have the exact same recipes and stuff. These aren't Chinese recipes. These are Americanized inventions to suit the American palate. But it was a product that they could sell. And so the Chinese people gained success on our racism. It was a Juno move like crazy. And it's great food. We're not going to complain about the food. You know,
perfectly executed plan.
Cashew chicken was invented right up the road in Springfield, Missouri.
Mark Milley turned around and said Trump's a fascist. Is this true or not?
It's an opinion.
No, this is what Mark Milley said, right? You know who Mark Milley is, yeah?
Yeah, it's an opinion.
Oh, it's an opinion, is it? Wow.
Well, I mean, if I called you a fascist, it would just be an opinion.
You said a man called another man a word, and I said that's his opinion.
That's his.
Yeah, because I could call Dan a fascist. That don't mean it's true. It's just an opinion of mine.
That's basically what an opinion. That's what opinion means.
I feel like that's happened.
That's what.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what stature of life you're in, whether you're a billionaire, a millionaire, or a poor person. When you say something about somebody else, it's just an opinion you have. It doesn't make it factual.
A lot of people said that about Trump, not just Mark Milley.
There's a lot of people that said he wasn't, though. So
it's just all their opinion, is it?
Yes.
At the end of the day, yeah.
I know him pretty well, better than both.
I mean, if I say something positive about Trump, it's just my opinion.
Was Mark Milley also the guy who lied about him saying that we weren't going to pay so much money to bury a Mexican or something like that? And the family came out and said he never said that. He was great for us. Was he the same guy?
Like, I'd be worried if I was living in America if you got people like that, right?
But if he's
controlling your military.
But if he lied, if he told one lie,
that's not good.
If he told one lie about Trump, why are you believing this other thing he said about Trump?
I didn't say I believe
Without
it.
any evidence.
I asked you the question. Yeah?
And I told you it was an opinion, and you seemed to take offense that I said it was an opinion,
which
is the definition of the word.
It's not an opinion.
Yes, it is.
All right, fair enough.
How's it not an opinion?
You have to hear, and this is we got it. Unfortunately, Mars.
Have you not listened to Trump?
I've listened
like
to
I
Trump.
said, you don't even fucking see how much yous are going down the communist road. You got no idea. Yous are totally fucking lost.
Oh, half the clips of news show. If you go watch the full video, it's taken out of context.
This is true, right? Trump said on day one he's going to be dictator, but only on day one. You think that's true?
Yes.
Actually, that's not the exact. Actually, that's not the exact quote. Somebody asked him, "Are you?"
It is. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Didn't.
I'm going to be dictator on day one.
Okay.
But only for one day. That's what came out of his mouth, yeah? I'm not listening to anyone else. That's what he said, yeah?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, Don. Oh, my fucking Lord.
All right, would you just listen for half a second? Listen.
Don't tell me what I haven't fucking heard from Trump's mouth. They come out of his mouth, yeah?
All right, hold on just a second.
But it was taken out of context.
How can it be taken out of context when he said it?
Because they
Can I
up
can I
the
respond?
videos.
Can I
The news
respond?
does it on both sides.
Justin, shut up.
Someone else's AI voice. He said that, right?
May I respond?
Jesus.
Without you, may I respond? And would you listen?
Yeah.
Would you listen to a response?
Sorry.
Okay. The person who's interviewing him said, "Would you be a dictator?" And Trump jokingly said, "Only on day one."
And it was taken
As
out
a
of context.
And that got turned into Trump said he was going to be a dictator on day one. He didn't. Somebody asked him if he was going to be. It was a ridiculous question, so he gave a ridiculous answer.
Well, to be clear, this is actually
Really?
my first time hearing about this, so I didn't know that. I just thought he was a dictator because of the way he talked and acted. So this is new to me.
Well, what I'm saying is, I've seen news clips that different news medias have put out where they have said he said this, but then if you go find the full video and you watch it,
in the house. I get that.
it was
John.
taken out of context.
I get that.
There's a lot of videos because you got to think, you got to understand something too, Mars. Is most 90% of the news over here is more on the Democrat side than the Republican side. So there has been a. But I'm not defending the Republican side news media. I'm not defending them.
Okay, in all fairness, but
they take a lot of Trump's clips and they clip up a lot of videos to make them sound worse than they are.
Listen, I get, like Dan said, you're probably joking, whatever, but you don't joke with something like that. Yeah?
Yeah, he's an asshole. He jokes about stuff like that. You have to look at what policies he actually said. What policies he actually did. Wow. See, your mind is blown by common sense. I don't know why.
Wow.
But like I said, the most of the news media over here is more on the left. There's a few news agencies that are on the right, a very select few.
So is your economy better now than when it was?
No.
Or not?
No. It's in the fucking dirt.
Wow.
It's from me living here and seeing it on a daily basis.
I visit the grocery store.
What they're showing, right, which is actual factual, right? What they're showing, that's not true.
I visit the grocery store every week.
Who's to say the news is factual?
Your employment is, what was it, 3.1%? Isn't that good?
Yeah, but those numbers are skewed.
Yeah, but those numbers are skewed.
Are they? Is that including
what do you
people
mean
who are?
Jesus,
Are
they're
those
facts, like it's written on paper, like it's factual, isn't it?
No, they changed the way they count the unemployment
to make it sound better.
If
That's
you are,
been a known thing.
They count active participants in the workforce.
It's either liar or it isn't. Yeah, yay or nay. Is it or isn't it? Simple.
No.
Technically, no number is accurate when it comes to unemployment because the moment they put out the number, 10 people quit their job and 5 more people get hired.
Yep, and you've seen them revising the numbers every single month down.
I get it, but there's still going to be a number, regardless.
But we've known for the last however many years that they've changed the way that they actually look at the numbers.
All right, let's not look at the numbers. All right, let's ignore the numbers. Is there more employment or less employment?
I've been out of work for a year.
What state you're living?
No, over the whole of America, like all of Australia, right? There's more people working at the moment than there was, say, I don't know, a couple of years ago, right?
Active.
So there's more employment. So those numbers do come into play.
Are you talking about people who are active in the workforce, or who are counted as unemployment?
Is there less employment or more employment? In other words,
okay. The way they count, they can count employment or active in the workforce, and they don't count it the same way. If you're out of the workforce for a certain number of months, they take you off the unemployment list, and they don't count you as unemployed anymore. They say you're not active in the workforce.
All right. When Trump was in power, there was a fucking unemployment number, wasn't there? Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's in power. There's always going to be.
I'm saying it does matter how you count it. Are you talking about actual employment, or are you talking about people who are? I'm asking a simple question. I'm asking.
Well, he's breaking it down.
Is there less unemployed or more? Then don't fucking give me this. Oh, that depends how you count it. Yes or no? It's a simple fucking question.
I'm asking you. Are you talking
Jesus
about
Christ! No wonder why America's fucked up. You make everything so complicated. It's an easy question. Is there less unemployed or more?
Stop being emotional.
He's trying to break it down so you can have an accurate number.
It doesn't need to be broken down, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Or more?
You don't want it broken down because that would ruin your argument.
I'm not arguing. I'm just asking you a simple fucking goddamn question. You can't
And
even answer.
I'm asking you what you mean by it.
No, you're doing a Trump. You're avoiding shit. Yeah. Same,
I'm asking.
yeah?
I'm
I wonder
explaining
why
to you how.
America's screwed up.
I'm explaining to you how unemployment is counted. If you
I don't
are
care. It doesn't matter how it's counted. There's going to be a number.
It does. It does.
At the end of the day,
if
Mars.
you're unemployed for a certain number of months, listen.
Okay.
Li-
All right. So
At the end of the day, we
just
live
listen for a
here. We
second.
see it
the number?
on a
What's
daily
the-
basis.
Just listen for
What's
a
the
moment.
number? What's
Just
the
listen.
number?
All right.
What's
Stop
up,
repeating
JDS?
that. Just
What's
listen
the
for a
number?
moment. Which number? The people who are not working?
Unemployed.
Okay. Unemployment is not the people who are not working. I'm telling you, they have a name
So
for
people
that.
that are not working are not unemployed.
They're not counted as
They're not
unemployed.
counted as that. No, they're not counted as that. That's why the number is not correct. That's why I've been trying to tell you, and you won't listen to me.
It doesn't really matter.
We've known
Yes,
that
it
for a
does.
long time. That's not a conspiracy. That's fact.
It does matter if people are not working. If they haven't worked for a certain number of months, they are dropped out of the active workforce, and they aren't
Okay,
counted as
so what
unemployment.
they've got record of who they know who isn't working.
That's a different number. We can look that up.
So that's a different number now.
That is a different number than that is the number
I
I'm
get
asking
what
you.
you're trying to say. Yeah, it gets a little bit nitty gritty. I understand it, but overall, yeah, is unemployment is it better now than it was or not? Yeah.
In my state, I would say.
Not your state, the whole country. The whole country.
Well, but every state operates individually, so you can't really go on an overall.
But the whole country.
The problem with
So when they show 4 or whatever it is percent
I
unemployment,
would say my state,
Is that
yes, there's more.
because
Yes,
Yeah.
but Mars, what you got? I'm going to explain
okay.
it to you. But yes, my state, there's more employment now, but
Okay.
that's not because of Biden. That's because our state has brought in a
So-
lot more business because of our state's policies.
As of right now, there are
Fair enough.
fewer labor force the labor force participation rate is lower than when it was with Trump when Trump was in office. It's lower now. Labor participation, no labor.
Well, like I said, that's
means there are
not
fewer
usually.
people working.
But that's not usually a cause of the federal government. Like I said, our state has more employment than ever before, but that's not because of the federal government or Biden's policies. It's because of our state policies. We've invited businesses in. We've offered low taxes. We've given them incentives to move
All right,
here.
put it this way. If you were to ask me
So-
the same question, right? What's Australia's unemployment rate? I'm not going to say, oh, it depends by state because it does. It's the whole fucking country.
Okay,
Yeah?
well, that's all right.
Right, but it
So
depends
here-
on how each state operates their
Here,
businesses.
Justin, we can show
It's
this.
either a
We
lower
can show this
or it's
chart, Justin.
higher, one or the other.
We
There's no,
can show this chart, Justin, if you want.
all politics are based on semantics arguments. So
Justin, can you share that screen?
hold
Hold on a second.
there's so much. How do I explain this?
look, as far as I know, America's unemployment is better. It's lower.
It's not.
And the economy is better.
Yep. So here is the labor participation force, or the labor force participation rate, which is the number of people who are able to work who are not or who are employed. Now, as you see, this is the people who are working that were under Trump. It goes. You see the COVID drop.
Yep.
After the COVID drop, you see this here. That how it goes up. I guess you can't see my mouse. It is not as high now
2024,
as it was under
204. It was a lot higher. Yeah.
higher than COVID, but not before COVID. You can't really count the COVID drop.
No,
COVID
it's-
is a
COVID's-
one-off, but the number of people working now is lower than the people who are working under Trump. That means that there is less employment. That's
I mean,
how you count the
a
number.
lot of businesses suffered during the COVID time, and a lot of businesses closed.
Uh-huh.
A lot.
And it depended on what state you were in too at the end of the day, because some states closed down completely. Florida wasn't one of those.
So Mars,
If a business chose to close here, it was on their own accord, not because of the state.
Can you find the economy for America? Is it?
So
If you,
Mars,
would you look that up?
we can in a second, but if we go there to show you the employment, right there, I just showed you how employment is down, but they're telling you unemployment is down.
Yeah.
That's because they're counting it with a different set of criteria, and so you're believing the hype instead of the facts. So we're telling you here on the ground, there's less employment. What the layperson would call unemployment, it's way up there. There's a lot of unemployment right now.
These are those semantics.
But the way the politician's going to count it,
it's going to. All right. Okay.
They
Of
drop
course,
people
they can
off.
make it look better for themselves. I get all that. Yeah,
And-
yeah, I
and-
get it.
and
I
so-
just wanted to know: is it actually like
So that's
lower or not? Yeah.
I've just shown you another point where you are believing a lie that is told by politicians. You're believing a certain
Of course, they
statistic,
all
statistic
lie.
lie. But trust me on this. That's that. I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this.
Like I said, I follow Midas Touch. They're lawyers.
But like I said, it took,
and they use a certain
And
label
they show things like what you've shown, right?
that they're going to show you the
And then
unemployment.
they will. That's how I actually know, because they'll show what you've shown, and then they'll show the other side of it. And as far as I'm aware, unemployment is lower now than it was. So that means
because they are not counting the people that have been unemployed for a certain number of years.
Fair
and
enough.
They drop off.
But is there more people working now or not?
Less. There are less
Yeah,
people
less,
working now. I
less.
just showed you a chart. I just showed you the
Unemployment
chart.
isn't as low as what they're saying. So
Okay, that's why I was talking to you about the different definitions. What they call unemployment, you do not count. You're not counted as unemployed if you have been unemployed for a certain number of months and you drop off the list, and they don't count you as unemployed. They count you as not a member of the active workforce, but you still are not working.
No.
So they can use a different label and lie to you, and you're believing it.
but like I said, it's
Turn your camera on, quit being a bitch and hiding.
I'm outside.
show me the economy thing. I want to see that. I want to know if that's true or not.
Which economy?
Your economy.
What? Okay, but what? There's
better-
lots.
better
There's
now.
lots. There's
From
lots
what I
of
know-
factors to the economy.
Under Biden, your employment.
Are you looking
is
at
lower
stock market?
and Your
That's not
economy
true. But
is
I've already shown you that one is not true. So
Okay,
stop repeating that lie.
according to stock market. Yeah,
So
your
I've
economy.
already
Mate,
shown you that. I've already shown you that there are fewer people working.
So when they
please
say
stop talking
but-
about how unemployment is
economy
high.
is the best in the
Yeah,
world,
but you
not
really
true.
can't go by the stock market, because any billionaire can come out tomorrow and say something that can completely sway the stock market in different
No, look,
directions.
even here on the Australian news, they've actually stated that America's economy is the best in the world at the moment.
Are they
Is that
talking
true or
about?
not?
Are they talking about compared with
Your
inflation?
economy, I don't know.
Are they
use the
talking
word
about
economy.
compared to inflation? Is that adjusted for inflation? Because the inflated dollar will cause the stock market to rise because the stock market is based on the dollar. So if you have rapid inflation, the stock market is going to increase as well.
Look, is your economy better under Trump or Biden? Simple question.
We told you and you don't believe us.
It was worse. It's been worse the last
Nice.
4 years, in my
We
opinion.
told you and
just
you
from
don't
living
believe us.
here.
Jeez.
Everything costs more. Everything's more
And-
expensive. Wages aren't keeping up with the inflation rate.
Mhm.
Of course they're not. They never are. They never will.
I mean, they can't, because they have to keep a working class low so that they always have a workforce. I mean, that's
Correct.
how that works.
But have a get that economy thing. I want to see what you know.
Well, you could do GDP percentages.
Supposedly, America's economy is the best in the world at the moment.
Yep.
Well, it's
Higher
always
than-
been the best in the
higher
world.
than-
Supposedly.
Higher than any other country. That's what I've
Yes,
heard.
but you could
Supposedly.
say that. Yeah, but you could say
Supposedly,
that
yeah.
since 1897. We've had the largest economy since 1897.
Yeah, no,
So
well,
we've always had the best economy if you compare it to
I-
everybody else.
I love how I'm the only one on my phone, and three of you are sitting in front of your computers and nobody's Googling.
No, but what I'm saying,
What do you think? What do you think I did?
I was
I
going
brought
to say,
up a-
Don's involved.
I brought
got
up a chart, sir.
We got Don to do all that.
I just meant, look, Mars, you're asking the question. Just Google it and give us the
But I showed Mars the information, and he keeps on thinking that we're peak employment, and I showed him that we're not.
Well, I think with Mars, this is nothing against you, buddy. I know that you have it out for Trump. And look, I'm going to be straightforward with you. I didn't vote for him, and I didn't vote for Kamala, so I don't give a fuck either way, bro. At this point, I just don't give a shit. I'm on this train and just riding it until we see what happens. I could care less at this point. I'm fucking done. I don't care about politics.
No, and
I'm so over this shit. I'm just
The
not.
only thing I'm worried about, if Trump does what he says he's going to do, he's going to end up a fucking communist country. That is not good, yeah, you're not going to have freedom of speech. Anyone that goes after Trump, he's going to send the National Guard to go and get Jesus Christ.
National Guard's ran by state governors. That has nothing to do with Trump.
You're not going to be able to debate with him because you're against him.
Yeah, but the National Guard is run by individual governors in each state. That has nothing to do with
but
the
he can
president.
access the U.S. military at any time.
Trump said himself that he will put them
And if you think the military would turn on its own people, I have a higher respect for our military to do the right thing at the end of the day, and they would do the wrong
I
thing.
highly doubt it, but doesn't mean he won't say or do it.
Well, Kamala and Waltz also said they needed to. Kamala and Waltz also said they need to criminalize disinformation, but they didn't say how they would determine who gets to say what disinformation is. That's against the First Amendment as well.
Technically, Mars, our military has its own power and could actually take control of everything if they wanted to at any point in time.
But I have more faith that our military would not turn on its own citizens.
They would really.
If it came.
Justin?
Well, I just want to say one thing. I have more faith that the military, if they had to back the citizens or the government, they would take the citizen side.
I think they would take a paycheck.
I don't think so.
John, I think I'm going to agree with you on that one, man.
I'm thinking. I'm saying from the sergeant's down.
Justin, did you see what happened during COVID? The police that would go around and impose their will on people who
did you
want
see
to obey.
the police here that did refuse to do that
in your state?
But that's the viewpoint.
But there were a lot that did.
I don't think that they would.
The police will impose their will.
Most people that join the military, especially from an enlisted standpoint,
just think
there's a reason they join the military.
Just think
because they believe in the Constitution.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Benghazi would say different.
I was going to say that I don't think that's 100% accurate. A lot of them just took the paycheck. They got into it for a paycheck anyways. So I agree with Don on this one, unfortunately, man. I do. I have a lot of friends that went into the military. It had nothing to do with the Constitution. They just needed a paycheck. They were out of high school and they just stuck it out with the military and they stayed in it forever just because it paid well. So that's why they did it.
It doesn't pay well, though. Your average enlisted. No, it doesn't. Your average enlisted person only makes $20,000 a year. That's shit money.
I'm saying, well, yeah, everybody starts as a grunt worker in everything that they do, bro. But if you jump the ranks, like most people do over time, you grow your rank, then you get paid more. I mean, it's the same with any job. Would you disagree with that?
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that doesn't mean at the end of the day they're not there doing their part.
I am sure that there are a lot of people who do that. I'm sure there are a lot of people who will justify a lot under that flag. But there are a lot of them that will justify turning a blind eye to injustice because it's easier to. You're trained to go along. You're going along.
Yeah.
You're not going to go back on your brothers.
No change.
I'm gonna keep my paycheck and not go against my brothers, and you get abused.
Same as a cop. Cop goes against another cop if he's doing something wrong. Mate, he's screwed. His career's gone. Or everyone, he's fucked. He can't even speak out. But that's wrong.
So I don't have faith that they are, and I would hope that they aren't.
Should call people out like that, but in a police office,
I don't think they would be our last defense.
I don't. Once again, I agree. Yes, they're trained, they're programmed to do what they're told.
Yep.
But you also know they're not trained to just take orders blindly. They actually, some of their orders are, if you feel like the order is unjust, you actually do not have to take that order.
You take it to a chain of command.
You take a oath to the Constitution at the end of the day.
That's when somebody goes around back and beats you with the chain.
I was going to say, exactly.
Just saying. I'm going to have more faith in them than I would not.
The chain of command is the chain I'm going to beat you with until you do what I told you to.
Because listen to a lot of these veterans you hear speak.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are active, though, and how many of them are not active?
They're anti-government at the end of the day. They're for the people, not the government.
So
and the veterans outnumber active duty like 20 to 1 or something. It's like a crazy amount.
Sure about that?
Let me look at it. Let me look it up. I'll double check it. Hold on.
All right. So what's going to happen if, well, God forbid, but whoever's in power wants to push that fucking red button? Can the head of military stop him from pushing that red button?
Well,
no matter who's president.
The military has to be involved in pushing the button too. There's more than one person turning the key.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there has to be. There's a lot of decision making that happens during that process. It's not just a.
There are a lot of people involved. There's a lot of.
Yeah. Good. Thank God for that.
Which is more than you got with Korea or North Korea.
God, bro.
North Korea has got one person in charge of that button.
One person, and if you go against him, boy, he'll kill your entire family and your village to go with it.
I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what Trump wants to be.
No, he's not. He wasn't before.
No, I said that's what he wants to be. All right? Think about it. Now,
Like I said,
he could want to be
they're communist countries.
He could want
That's the only way a dictator can survive because the dictator cannot survive.
I do see a lot of dictator action in him. I see it. The way he does things.
But he could want to be a butterfly. It doesn't mean he can be a butterfly in our system.
And that's
so there's 1.4 million roughly active military members. There's 16.2 million veterans in the country.
I feel like there's more active military than 1.4 million.
No. It's average. It fluctuates between like 1.2 to 1.6. Depends on the year. How much our recruiting rate is in total. Yeah, that's it.
Dictatorship.
Who has the largest? Wait, who has the largest? It's China, right? China has the largest.
2 million. 2 million.
That's Trump
military
active duty.
Right.
Yeah, but we also have 800,000 reservists besides the 1.4 million. I'm just talking active military members, not full active that are full time. I'm not counting reserves because that's another 800,000 right there.
I'm just waiting for this to be over. I just want it to be over. I'm ready for this to be
Same here, Dan. Come on, fucking Tuesday.
And it doesn't matter who wins. It's not the end of the world like everybody's making out.
A lot of I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I got a lot of friends who are hyped. If Trump doesn't get it, bro, they're ready for war with the Democrats. They got their guns ready and their ammunition boxes, and it's crazy, bro. I've had to unfriend a lot of people due to their crazy thought process at this point.
Okay, so there's approximately 1,453,000, and then this is the breakdown. So the Army has 332,000, Navy has 318, Air Force 172, and the Marines only have, they say, 9,000, but they've always been the smallest branch.
John, I've lost 15 friends now
I'll tell you,
civil war.
That's the Space Force. My bad.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you this: if something happens where things go down like that, it won't be because of either candidate. It would happen regardless of who was running.
I agree. I just think it's crazy.
What happens is you have the insane, just out and out lies that are told, and each side tells crazier and crazier lies.
Sure.
Yep.
It's 172,000 Marine Corps, 8,000 Space
It's really
Force.
easy to listen to those lies, and some people that if they already are thinking whichever side they're on, if they're already primed to hate a certain candidate, when they hear bad news about that candidate, they automatically believe it.
Well, most people are voting on emotions.
Question: If Trump was to win, right? Do you think the Democrats would do what the Republicans done when he lost?
They did before.
They did it with Hillary. They've done every election has been.
They rioted when Trump won before.
Well, as far as I know, only once has the Capitol been stormed. So
they took over the Capitol building when Trump was inaugurated the first time.
Yeah, they were beating on the doors. They actually had to shut down a congressional.
Yeah, you don't hear about it
because
you don't hear about it.
No, not at all.
Because why? I said most of the news is one side.
I can get the date for you. What about did you hear about when they rioted in front of the White House that drove Trump into a bunker and were trying to crash into the White House and set fire to. You didn't hear about that. That happened.
But every election has been. But every election has been. Yeah, but every election for the last 60 years has been challenged.
But the people who
was there anyone killed, injured, or anything when that happened?
A lot of police were injured that night at the White House. Yeah, a lot of police were injured.
I'm not sure about
No, I'm talking about what you're saying when Democrats did it. Was anyone?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking the night that
there was injuries, people got killed. Same thing.
No, nobody got killed. But only one person got killed during January 6th too, and that was a protester.
Yeah, Gabby something. I can't remember the last name.
Few killed.
No, only one.
No, that was only
person
one.
was killed.
Oh, the Gabby. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's the one that got shot in the back of the head by the police officer. She wasn't even facing him. He literally walked up to her and shot her in the back of the head.
Wow. Oh, well, they don't muck around. It's the capital. So. Yeah, I don't know. Just
But like I said,
I feel like they took it pretty easy on everybody during the Capitol stuff because, man, that's like grounds to immediately just get shot, no questions asked. I feel like they were pretty chill about how they handled it.
Yep.
But like I
they were chill when they were attacking the gates of the White House as well.
No,
like I said,
in all these cases, there could have been a lot of dead people. A lot. I feel like anybody that was guarding those buildings at that time actually took it pretty darn easy on everybody that came at them. That could have ended really bad.
But the reason why you didn't hear about those stories, and you can't really disagree with me on this, Dan, is you know this, that 90% of the mainstream media is what? More left. CNBC, ABC, CNN. All those are all more left leaning.
Yeah,
and the only right leaning real mainstream media is Fox.
Hey Justin, here's what happened.
But I don't watch them either.
Netflix. That's it. We don't have cable. We don't have any. As a matter of fact, here's the fucked up part, bro.
Yes.
We haven't had cable TV since before I moved from Michigan to here.
I'm with you, Dan. Netflix, 15th, go Tyson. Jake Paul, you're fucking going to get knocked out in the first round.
I hope. But yeah, I don't like. We haven't had TV here in 25 years, 27 years.
Okay, well, anyway, that's my whole point. Is that's one of the reasons why you wouldn't have heard about it.
Yeah,
and just like during the January 6th riots, there was 6 tweets that were put out by Trump within a 2-hour period asking people to leave and go home, and they were all deleted by Twitter right after he put them out.
Yeah,
it's
but
not a conspiracy. It's 100% true.
He took a while to do that, though.
It was 30 minutes after the riot started. He asked them to leave. It was about 26 or 27 minutes to be precise.
I mean, I guess it's weird when he didn't immediately address it. I mean, he knew it was going on, and I guess I just find it weird he waited a half hour to address it. Because right after that, Pence got put on stand, and then he completely 180'd on Pence. That was a wild fucking. It was like, oh, you're going to do your job that you were supposed to do, and now you have to go to court legally and say your thing. And so now that you're going to do that and talk against me, then I'm going to totally shit on you. And that's, dude, what he did.
I'm not saying he's perfect.
Wild, bro.
I'm not saying he's perfect, but there's a lot of shit that the mainstream media twists.
No, I agree. I'm just saying the Pence thing was, dude, unhinged shit, bro, with him. Like, that was on a total, like, at that point, I knew he was a 100% bully. If you're not with me, you're against me, you're the enemy. He did the shadiest shit.
What did you say? They're going to hang Mike Pence. So what?
Oh, my God, bro. That was so wild. Really good Pence.
So what? He's only vice president. Doesn't matter. Yeah, let him hang him.
You have to admit, dude, what he did to Pence was nuts.
No, I'm not saying he's perfect by any means, and there was some stuff I didn't agree with.
I don't believe he didn't say so what. He said and.
Yeah, and so what? Yeah, same shit.
No, it could be different. It could be a different meaning. We don't know what it meant. Hey, they're calling for hanging Mike Pence, and give me more information. What am I supposed to act on that with? That could be what and means. And means a lot of things. But so you're listening to a very subjective reporting of it and making conclusions.
I don't know.
I mean, I only made conclusions
All
after
that are
I saw
over there,
what he did.
Midas Touch,
That was it.
Popok, and something else. You go check them out. Yeah.
No, you have to agree with it, Don. When Vince got on stand,
They're, you know, smart, honest people, and yeah, I don't think they're lying. Yeah, especially when they've got proof on paperwork.
well, when Pence got on stand and had to do what he had to do legally, Trump completely turned on him instantly. It was just fuck this dude, fuck everything about him, bury this motherfucker. Holy
Actually, he didn't have to legally do that at that point. He could have waited, but he did the best thing at the time, which was to, you know what? Let's just call it. It doesn't matter if we have challenges. It doesn't matter. We need to end this right now. And so Pence did the right thing.
Yeah.
Stopping it.
Crazy.
But if you're looking at Trump thinking, okay, we still have challenges in court. If you finalize this now, those challenges mean nothing. And so, in a way, him saying, hey, hold off on this for a little bit. Let us challenge. Which it should be a perfectly reasonable thing to do, is be able to challenge an election, correct?
The last 60 years, so it's nothing new. This has been so much more hyped up. Like Trump's going to go down as like one of the most well-known presidents in history.
I'm
just
saying
from
Pence
the
did the
amount
right
of
thing,
publicity around it.
But if you stop for a second and look from the other side, you can say, listen, dude, I wanted just give me a little more time, and you wouldn't give it to me. Because he didn't agree with Pence, he turned on him and said, you know what? You turn to me first. You can see that, and you can see both sides. I still think Pence did the right thing, but that doesn't make Trump the most irrational.
No, his philosophy does. That's Trump's philosophy is an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come after
that's a scary dude to put in power. An eye for an eye, bro. That's ooh.
Yeah, but you have to admit, when he went into Afghanistan, it was negotiating for drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty badass. You heard what he did.
I'm not saying you can't run a debate table well, bro. And put power where it needs to be put down. But
did you hear what he did?
Let's hear about it. Okay.
He was in there. He says he was talking to the leaders. He says, we're going to start drawing back our troops. I don't want one troop killed, or else I'm going to basically rain holy hell on you. And he pushed a picture across the table of the guy's house.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, that's that eye for an eye thing.
And they didn't attack us because he brought it to the leader and not to the fighters. He brought it to the leader and said, "We know where you are."
Right. Yeah. Well, I remember that.
And while we were drawing down, nobody. It wasn't until when Biden came in, threw out the plan, and changed the timetable of the drawdown, and left military equipment there, and pulled people out in weird ways, that things went to shit.
Right. I'm not saying that wasn't gangster. That's some gangster shit. That was some shit.
That's eye for an eye, which I was saying. Yeah, I agree. He goes eye for an eye. He goes,
But that worked in that scenario. That's like sitting down at a table with a bunch of big heads and throwing down. When it comes to that scenario, that scares me.
Okay.
That scares me. You do that with Kim Jong-un, bro, he's gonna be like, motherfucker, did you show me a picture now? Somebody push the button.
I'm sorry.
Push the button.
Little Kim, who he threatened with strikes if he didn't stop shooting missiles over Japan, and he stopped. Is that little Kim Jong-un?
I'm just saying. What happens when he finds the person that doesn't?
But
that's the old shit moment that everybody goes.
Well, see, that was my point too.
But
it's called World War III, which Trump still thinks is World War II. What a dumbass!
He thinks he can control people with fear, and this has been his whole thing since the get-go. Is based on fear.
It worked for Russia, though.
No. There are it's not just fear.
Work for
Because-
Russia. Russia's losing the war
Because-
against this little tiny country. You know how big Russia is? Then they're losing. Yeah, Russia's not good.
He went, yeah. Obama was in office and Russia invaded Crimea. Trump was in office. They didn't do anything. Biden went in office. They invaded Ukraine.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Putin and Trump are mates. Yeah, they're friends. That's why it didn't
Maybe not
happen.
friends, but he talks to him. Yes.
No,
He-
they're friends.
he-
They're his friends. Yeah, he calls them friends.
Yeah. Should he just call them our enemies and ratchet up the and
Putin
get closer?
and Kim Jong Un are his friends. Wow.
Should he call them his enemies and ratchet us closer to World War III, or try and be on friendly terms with them?
You have no idea what these communist fucking dictators are like. Yeah, they're gonna not do nothing when Trump's in power. That's the reason why they're doing nothing, because they want Trump in power. He's an easy, puppet to manipulate.
What I know from history, though, is ruling with fear ends up being
Communism are all about.
But
My
it's
fucking
not-
parents lived
but
through
Dan,
communism.
it-
They couldn't
it's
even
not-
speak their own fucking language. Yeah, that's
It's
what's
not-
happening.
It's not just fear.
really bloody history has
but-
been just laying over time with that stuff.
But
Yeah,
Trump
but
doesn't
you know
use
what-
just fear. He,
You know what
the
he-
biggest problem?
it's fear and friendship. The second it's like, okay, and we're best friends, and he
And we
he is-
and we haven't even mentioned Melania. She's a fucking communist.
But the thing is Russia. The
Think
worst
about
thing that happened with Russia is after the Cold War, we should have made friends with Russia, not continued
Mhm.
with the Cold War rhetoric that we've been going on for the last 30
Yep.
years after the Cold War.
Yeah, do you
We
guys
should have
forget-
made allies with Russia.
Do you forget that
No.
Reagan was hard with Russia, but he was also good friends with Gorbachev at the same time, and he
Yep.
brought down the walls.
That was actually a really famous speech.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I'm saying is we should have, after the Cold War ended, we should have made friends and allies with Russia, not continued the Cold War rhetoric
It
for the
ramped
last
up.
30 years.
It ramped
He
up
was
and
the
ramped
only
up, ramped
one.
up.
He was the only one that tried to make friends with Russia out of all the other presidents. That's all I'm going to say. Like, that's just what I've seen. Every other president.
You do realize Russia's the enemy, yeah?
You what?
You do realize Russia's the enemy, yeah?
No.
So they're not your enemy, yeah?
We're not at
They
war-
don't
we're-
need
we
to
are,
be.
We are at war with Russia.
A proxy. We're in a proxy war.
Enemy. Russia's everyone's enemy, not just America's.
Okay, there you
But
go.
we
You want World War
shouldn't.
III. Have fun.
We shouldn't have made enemies out of them, though. We should have tried to mend relations with Russia after the Cold War, not continued the Cold War rhetoric that's been going on for the last 30 years. And that's why Russia is the way it is, because it's been backed into a corner because they have gotten no support from any European countries or the U.S. They still are looked
All
at.
communist countries are enemies. No, they are run by dictators. Simple. How can they not be the enemy?
Duh.
It's diplomacy at the end of the day.
Your meter is pegged right now.
Hmm?
I said your shit meter is pegged right now, bro.
No. No, I'm calm.
If mine was done, you were like fucking done, bro.
Well,
No, but
I
agree with-
I have difficulty when people cry war, war, war. I don't agree with war, war, war. Enemy, enemy, enemy.
I just want pizza and boobs. Can we make that a thing?
Yeah, here you go. Wow.
and you can look at some of the interviews with Putin on Trump, and Putin's a pretty straightforward guy, whether you agree with him or not. And he's even come out and said that Trump was the only president in the past 6 or 7 presidents that he would actually respect because he took him serious. Putin's not, I mean, dude's pretty straightforward. He's not an idiot. This dude's a hardcore ex-KGB from the Cold War era.
And if you
Okay,
don't
but
agree
he just
with him, if you don't agree with
but
him,
he
he'll have you
doesn't just
killed.
give.
Yeah?
But he's not going to come out and just give anybody a respect and come out on the news and say that.
Mate, I got no time for no one that's a fucking communist leader. Full fucking stop, yeah? Like I said, my parents grew up in a communist fucking country.
I
They couldn't
don't.
language. Yeah.
I don't agree with it either, but diplomacy is best at the end of the day.
Mate, communism needs to be shut down. Full stop. Yeah.
Well, then that's what I've been saying about all these people trying to fight this Chinese drone ban. I don't give a shit. China's a communist country. I could care less.
It is, exactly. They're the enemy as well. Same as fucking Russia.
But I don't blame the people of China. I blame their government.
No, they got no choice. Yeah, like yous are going to have no choice if Trump wins. Same thing.
I would rather have diplomacy with China at the end of the day than war with them.
Just don't know.
I mean, I just want democracy to stick around. I don't want to be told that's one of my biggest worries. I feel like with Trump is that he does try to silence too many people, and it frustrates the fuck out of me.
Correct.
It's an overbearing attitude that he has, and it drives me nuts when he tells people to shut
But how is he going to silence you as an everyday person?
And I get it. He does it because it's part of his personality, and that's how he controls talks when he talks with people. He has to stand out and get his presence known. He does it with everybody, but it drives me up the fucking wall when he talks about.
That's right. He does the weave. That's what he calls it, the weave.
They all do the weave.
I don't know.
He just admitted it. They all.
I mean, he does
they do.
But it's just I can't take him serious the way that everybody else can. I hear too much in him that sounds evil. It just sounds bad. It's not giving off a vibe that makes me feel comfortable in any kind of format or way.
Mm-hmm.
And that says a lot. It tells me a lot because I read people. I've always been very good at reading people. That's why I made a hell of an internet troll. Every fucking didn't like me, but I do a great job of reading people. And
that's fine as long as you're being honest about the reasons and you understand the reasons of your vote. That's fine. As long as you're not basing it on misinformation.
No, and like I said, I'm a person of fact. It's just I've seen too much shit from him, heard too much come out of his mouth, and it's not. Some of it I get it. Some of it is taken definitely out of retrospect, and in a lot of ways. Well, it's not just that retrospect too, man. These people fucking build fake shit just off of it, not just out of context. That's one part of it. They'll build an entire bullshit statement from him that doesn't make any fucking sense out of not even being out of context, just a whole new. Anyway.
Well, I just
criteria.
see
new criteria.
Here's another example of crazy news. I was just reading.
Go ahead.
That Trump said that Liz Cheney should be shot in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was by a fire.
Hold on. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah. I'll say
Did you see what he actually said?
Yeah, I'll say
no. No, I just heard about it not too long ago.
What he actually said, and I was just reading it. What he actually said was that she is a war hawk. She likes sending other people's kids to war. It's easy to make the decision. She should be, or see how she likes it, having the guns aimed back at her.
Right.
Have a rifle, have 9 barrels faced back at her. So now it's all over the place.
Threatening her
and clipped it, and it's like, here's another example. If
they're going to try and sue him over that, actually, I think.
If he was half as bad as everybody says he is, they wouldn't have to make shit up.
Oh, they could try to sue him, but defamation lawsuits are some of the hardest to win.
You have to admit, though, Trump he's an interesting fellow because he loves to exaggerate everything.
Well, yeah. That's why I say, are you talking about what he says or his?
It's just the way he does, like when he was like, "We're not installing windmills because they kill millions of eagles." I was like,
"They don't kill millions."
I can understand.
Yeah, he exaggerates, but behind that exaggeration is truth. Windmills are horrible,
and killing, reaching whales too. By the way,
they are.
However, they're only horrible.
You're laughing at that, but there is scientific evidence.
You know what they've done because they're beaching whales. What about the dolphins? They're also in the sea. You know that they've got sonar.
But
dolphins will be beached too, wouldn't they?
Okay, but
dolphins are not beached.
You're laughing and mocking because Trump said it, but he said it based on a scientific article.
He based it because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, you don't, because I'm telling you, I read the article. Because
scientists are yet to prove that it does that, right? because it's not proven yet, right?
Eh,
Scientists prove it. They're working on it. They haven't proved it yet. Yeah. No,
Before we get to that, let's finish the eagle thing because let's be let's be real
he
here.
exaggerated, but there's
The
truth
eagle-
behind it.
Hold on. There is partial truth, and then that's why I said I based it on fact. Because I looked it up. I was like, okay, I gotta see the legitimacy of it. So I looked it up. It's really only in like one place where these windmills are that it's happening.
Yeah.
It's certain states have more bald eagles than other places. So let's not put windmills where those fucking bald eagles are. Then let's put them elsewhere.
But it's
So-
not just bald eagles. It's all birds. Let's be,
Okay, well, I
be
mean,
honest.
shit.
He mentioned bald eagles, but it's all wildlife. Also, windmills are very bad for the environment. They don't put out as much energy as they promised, and
every
you can't
5
recycle.
years, you gotta,
You can't recycle them. They are horrible. If people were
Okay,
really
that's-
serious
I didn't
about
know
green,
any of that.
if people
I didn't know
were really
Yeah.
serious about green energy, nuclear plants is where we should be going.
correct.
Listen,
Every
man. Well,
years
Don, why can't he explain it that way then? He
I-
just gives us like the simplest, like child
He does.
mindset version of things, and you're like,
He does,
fuck is
and that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
it's annoying.
when we started this
Tell us
entire
the
thing.
truth then.
When we started this entire thing, I said, "Are you going to judge him based on his rhetoric or on his policy?"
But it's so
They are
right.
two
For me,
different
it's not-
complete things.
Well, you can't
It's
judge
not
him
so
on
much
policy. He hasn't got
rhetoric.
He had 4 years of policy, Mars. He had 4
Yeah,
years
had-
of policy.
had. What's he got now? He's got
Well,
concepts of a plan.
he's not president right now, but
Concepts of
you
a
can,
plan. Doesn't matter.
you can judge him on 4
He's
years
got
of actual
concepts of a
policy. You
plan.
can judge him on
You don't-
4 years of
But
actual
do you know what he's
policy.
going to do? Do you know what he's going to do? No, you got no idea, have you?
If I look at what
You
he did the
don't-
first 4 years,
But
yeah,
you
I
at
kind
least-
of know
you
what
at
he's going to do.
Okay.
So you were
Let's give
talking
you a-
about going nuclear. I still think
Yeah.
that's actually probably a bad idea compared to what Elon came up with. Did you hear Elon's thing?
No.
So Elon was, I don't remember who he was walking with. He was talking with somebody, and he was walking. He said basically it would only take about 200 square miles of solar panels to fuel for power the entire United States.
And
What did you think of that?
we don't have the grid to support it right now. And you would also have to take out the square miles. You'd have to figure out that square. Now, I do like solar as far as solar can use existing landscape. You can use different rooftops and stuff like that, and you can put solar panels up. And you need the grid to be able to support that. That's going to be a lot of infrastructure that we don't have. I like the idea of solar far more than wind. But as far as a good, solid power source, nuclear is our best.
Well, why though? Aren't you afraid of meltdown and all sorts of other craziness? Like what if
it's the risk? You're thinking about nuclear reactors. They're not the nuclear plants of 40 years ago.
No, not like Chernobyl. It's
They
totally
still create waste, don't they?
No, hardly any. And compared,
Yeah, you should see the new reactors the military's
compared-
using in the
compared to
what I
mining-
know. Yeah, what Don's
There's
talking about.
research to do tonight, boys.
compare it to the mining that goes into making solar panels. Have you ever seen those mines where they get the materials for solar panels?
No.
Horrible, horrid. But it's in another country, and brown people are doing it, so we don't care. It's true.
The truth. It's truth. Yeah, it's true.
It's the truth. It's other countries, and we don't care. We're off. It's the same thing with. I was talking
Isn't that how we deal with most of our stuff? Pollution in China and acid rain.
about
We don't give a fuck.
All about the money. That's why they don't care.
acid rain.
Sorry. Yeah, so China actually has the highest density of acid rain.
Yes, they burn
Yeah.
more coal. They put out more. The most. They've got the largest CO2
Pollution.
footprint as well.
Yeah.
But they are an emerging country, so we ignore it. We say,
Right.
you know what? We can't hold them to higher standards, and it's
they're making our shit.
right. And it,
Cheap labor.
I
Moral
keep going back.
compass out the window.
I keep coming down on the exact same moral north, don't I?
I'm telling you, man. I have moral compass too, bro. That's why it's hard for me to trust Trump a lot. That's my biggest thing. Do I think he's gonna be the best thing for the country right now? Maybe for a short span of time, I'd be okay with that. I guess he could probably solve a lot of problems. I'm not sure he's the best choice ever. would love to see somebody else step up to the plate.
You know, I was a Tulsi Gabbard fan back in the day until they drove her out.
Oh God, I just want somebody presidential. That's it.
Tulsi was awesome.
Still handle business, be tough when they need to, but still be somebody my kids can look up to if I had them.
Oh,
So
actually,
she
what
wants
was
shot
the-
in the
Hey,
head.
Trump's suing. Who's Trump's suing someone for 10 billion or 10 million or something?
I think that's CNN because they altered
CNN, that's it. Yeah.
they altered an interview with Kamala.
Yes,
to
that's right.
Make her answer seem
Well,
more intelligent.
CNN,
Yeah,
about 6 years ago, AT&T was threatening to sell CNN because they cost them over $1 billion in
Well, this close to an election
lawsuits.
and changing an interview with a major candidate, changing an interview to improve that candidate's look for the people and presenting it as truth is election interference by their own definition.
But yeah.
And CNN is by far, I think all mainstream news media is bad, but CNN, I would say, takes a fucking cake, dude. They're probably the worst one out of all of them. Like I said, they've had over $1 billion in lawsuits against them just the last few years from
Don, I'm
different
getting
people.
get off here, but were you being serious about RRR being good, bro, or are you just pulling my leg, man? I'm gonna walk away with Cheeseville.
RRR is the most fun I've had watching a movie in probably 5 years.
That's his name, JFRK or whatever. That's the guy I was talking about that wants to wipe out Obamacare.
Oh, he was Democrat.
RK or whatever.
Oh,
Well,
Robert Kennedy Jr.
That's him.
He's not being elected for any official office yet. He might be appointed to something, but
Trump wants
but,
to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to appoint him and Elon Musk.
Yeah, but he would have no power. That would have to go through the Senate, and he would have no power in the Senate.
Well, who's the guy that can do that now? Who's actually
No,
in there?
the Senate is the only person that can do that right now. The Senate is the only person that can change law.
Yeah, what's his name?
There is no his name. There's Congress. There's like 100 people in the Senate, and how many representatives we have now? 270 or something. There's a lot of.
But I seen an interview. He stated they want to wipe out Obamacare.
They can say they want to do whatever. A
Someone there in
single
the
person can say they want to,
Republican
but nobody has the power.
Somebody in the chat earlier said they looked into it, and they said that they figured out it would cost too much to get rid of it. What they want to go in and do is tweak it a little bit to try to refine it some more. I don't know if that's true. That's just what somebody earlier in the chat said. I saw it in the chat earlier.
Yeah,
somebody wrote it.
I don't disagree with that. I have a feeling that it can work properly with some fixes.
Well, that
I
may
think
be.
Well, implemented it and then left office. I mean, it was not a choice either. 8 years ago.
Also, Dan, have you ever heard of the big ask?
No.
It's a tactic that Trump uses. It's in the art of the deal. And he always says, go for the big ask. And then you can always walk back. So he can come in and say, we're going to totally get rid of Obamacare. That's the big ask. And that's the big thing that gets everybody, all the focus on that one point. And then you back off and you say, okay, well, we're going to make these little tweaks. We're going to make these tweaks. And he gets a little more of what he wanted. Then if he would have said, if he said, hey, let's go in and make some changes to Obamacare. The Democrats would lose their mind and they would say he's Hitler, he's horrible, he's the worst thing that ever happened because he wants to make a change to Obamacare. So he says, we're going to get rid of Obamacare. They're like, you can't get rid of Obamacare. He goes, okay, how about we make a couple tweaks? And they go, okay, we can make a couple tweaks.
Yeah, but what are those
It's
tweaks?
called the big ask.
He doesn't
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, but he doesn't know. And it might be nothing.
Yeah.
But
because he
doesn't when he got elected in 2000.
Well, you got to realize too,
and
when you get elected, you have over 10,000 different positions you have to nominate people for. It's a lot.
He did the same thing in 2016 when he said, we're going after Hillary. The first thing I'm going to do is put her in prison. And then he got elected. And then he was like, we're not going to do any of that.
Yeah. He said, I think he said something that it would do more harm to do that. And it was better for the country to just let her go.
Right.
She committed crimes. There's no doubt. There's no doubt she committed crimes, and he said, "You know what?
Played off of it.
It would be worse to actually go after her for those crimes. So just walk away."
Which I find interesting because that was his whole campaign.
It's part
Lock
of
Hillary up.
It's how he talks.
That's what I'm saying.
If once you learn about his negotiating tactic of the big ask, a lot of his rhetoric makes sense. That a lot of times when he's saying this, he talks huge. We're going to build a big, beautiful wall all the way across the country and make Mexico pay for it. Okay, he didn't do that, but he created a policy, Remain in Mexico, that reduced the number of people coming to our border, which allowed our people who were working the border patrol to actually do their jobs easier because they had fewer interactions and were able to process people easier, vet people. And did he build the wall? No, but he accomplished more of his goal than if he would have
build 600 miles of it.
True, but if he had come in and said, "Hey, we're going to change this and we're going to do this," they would have fought him and said he was Hitler, because that's the rhetoric that it goes. He's every action he takes is going to be the most evil. So why not do the big ask and walk it back and negotiate?
So Mars, this is why I came in, because I could see you were getting really, and I was like, look, if we can get everybody to tone it down, just talk openly, man, and just hear each other's sides. That's
you know, you got people in boats, right, supporting Trump. You know what's hanging off the back of their boats? Freaking Nazi Schwartz fucking flag.
Did you see what happened?
Different. And you wonder why Trump gets labeled, Nazi. Because of the way he talks.
Okay, Mars, did you see what happened to that boat? Did you see what happened to that boat?
Nope.
They got swamped out by the other people in that thing because they were not Trump supporters.
So
they were there.
Correct.
Yeah. So the Trump supporters swamped out the Nazi boat. You think, oh, well, look, he's a Nazi because of this boat. No, the Trump supporters swamped out the Nazi boat.
I'm not saying he's a Nazi because of that.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying is like,
why'd you bring it up?
By the way he talks, yeah. Because he's a dictator, and what
you're the one that brought up the boat like it meant something.
Just listen to what Hitler used to say and go and listen to Trump. And you tell me,
you know what? Hitler also drank water.
And so was Hitler a good? Hang on, was Hitler a good man?
No, of course not.
There you go. I rest my case.
You didn't make
Trump
a case.
thinks Hitler was a good man. He said it himself.
You made two.
Trump said it himself. Yeah, Hitler's a fucking good man. Wow.
You made a couple unrelated points, and drew a conclusion.
When did Trump say that?
Hitler was a painter and he was gay.
You know, did Hitler do anything good?
Nope.
Yes.
What did he do good?
Not,
Kill thousands of
not,
Jews? Is that
no,
good, is it?
No. See how you jump and make an argument for me that I'm not making? That's not logic.
What do you mean it's not logic?
Okay, go get to your point. What did
I acknowledge anything Hitler did?
I said, did Hitler do any
evil fucking bad man? I'm not going to acknowledge nothing he done.
I said, did Hitler do anything good? And you said no.
No,
of course he did.
As far as I'm concerned, he did nothing good. What did he do good? You tell me.
Of course he did something good. Not any person is 100% evil or 100% a saint. Not one person. By that logic, Hitler had to have done something good.
And what was that?
I don't know.
That's
you're
right.
You're the one saying that he couldn't have done anything good.
I was hoping you had an answer for that. I was interested in
because
that.
you're logicking an absolute.
Tell me what he did that was good. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of research we have on hypothermia came from Nazi experimentation. It wasn't a good thing, but it was useful.
Yeah, but that wasn't Hitler. That was scientists. So again,
that was Nazi scientists.
Yeah.
Well, that's where a lot of our rocket technology came from.
You got to remember, a lot of Nazis were forced into Nazis. It's not like, oh, we've got a choice. Yeah, guess what? If they had said no to Hitler, you'd get shot. Right?
Okay. So now you're defending Nazis. Okay.
I'm not defending Nazis.
You just did.
So Mars, a lot of our bomb technology.
So what you don't understand is communism, right, Don? You don't understand it. When you can't say when you can't speak American and you have to speak Chinese, come and fucking see me. That's what communism is. Yeah, get it through your fucking head. Yeah,
you react emotionally.
We understand what communism is. I
Do ya?
understand 100% what it is. Yes, it is.
You've been reacting emotionally the entire night instead of just listening to actually what people are saying.
Why am I going to listen to you? You think fucking Hitler fucking did something good. Hitler did nothing that was good at all. Absolutely nothing.
I'm saying that is logically impossible.
And you can't even tell me what he did good.
You know what? He might have stopped and petted a dog. That's a good thing, isn't it? He might have stopped.
If Hitler petted a dog
and made a dog happy for 5 minutes. You think?
Yeah, he probably petted it and then fucking killed it straight afterwards. Yeah.
No, probably not.
No. Well, he did that with the fucking Jews, didn't he?
Hitler painted paintings.
Yeah.
He was an artist.
I was gonna say he was an artist and he was gay, but he was an artist first. Oh, we don't know that, but he was definitely a painter.
I can prove Hitler did one thing. I can guarantee. I can say Hitler did one thing that you'll say was a good thing.
What's that?
He killed Hitler.
Yeah, he killed himself in a ditch covered in petrol.
How do you know he was gay, Dan? Did he like sashay off of the stage?
I am under the understanding, after some research, that Hitler was gay.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
Okay, never heard that before.
I am almost 1,000% sure that he was gay. He was a painter, and him and his wife, didn't he shoot her?
Yes,
and light himself on fire and shot himself. I think that's how that went out. Covered in petrol, shot
I
himself.
thought his wife took a cyanide pill.
I gotta go back and check.
And then he shot himself in the head, is what I thought.
Oh, that might be what it was. Shot himself. I could have sworn he still burned himself.
And even still, when you say that Trump said that Hitler did good things, you don't have a direct quote of him saying that. You have John Kelly saying that he said that. Again, hearsay.
I don't ever remember any clip coming out saying that he said that.
No, it was somebody who said that they heard Trump say it.
I'm pretty sure that Hitler was queer. You just Google it, bro. I'm like almost 1,000% sure he was queer.
Oh my god!
What? You might learn something you didn't know, bro.
I wonder how deep he went into the rabbit hole trying to research this.
Who was I watching? Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard was talking about him being a painter and a queer.
Yeah.
And Eddie's a very politically based person. I'm pretty sure Eddie would have nailed that one on the head if he said it.
I'm just imagining Dan going down a rabbit hole at 2 a.m. on YouTube. Is Hitler gay?
My Google search bar for the next week is just giving me all Hitler-related content and fucking dicks and wiener fucking shit. My algorithm is just blasted with Timu cops.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Right.
Oh shit, man.
Well, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm fucking getting tired.
Yep, I got babies asleep, and this keeps getting loud.
Nobody's Googling it.
And my wife is gonna be pissed at me if I get loud again.
I'll catch y'all later. Everybody in the chat, have a good night. We will see you guys again next time.
Once you leave, does that mean everybody's leaving?
Yep.
Oh, bye, Mars. Bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday, fucker.